Today we lost a legend. Today we lost a footballing icon. The man that is Pele. He will be remembered forever in all of our hearts. Pele transcended football, in my opinion. One of the greats, one of the GOATs, one of the best to ever lace up the boots. If it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be many players that will be playing today, some of your favorite players. And we're truly saddened to hear the passing of Pele. R.I.P. King Pele, man. What's going on, you, man?
Boy.
I
What
know.
can I say, man? I thought you was talking about me for a second. It like just
No.
I just thought I'd just like try to lift the mood a little bit in it. So it's like Liverpool are still shit. You know, it's like it's what is there to really be sad about in truth? Like it's okay.
It's cool. You know what? Cass. I'll do it. I'll do it for. Yeah. You know what? On the Pele thing, just quickly. I think you know what. Like my dad. Obviously, I'm divorced now, but I got married in it. My dad passed away like 4 days after I got married, right? And I always thought he stayed about to see me get married. And it's kind of the same with Pele and the World Cup, if you know what I mean. It was like just afterwards and whatever. No, it's sad, man. It's sad, but
100, bro.
Because he is not just as a player, like he's been a good ambassador for football as well. So, but you know, it's good. Obviously, his family knew it was coming, so they got to spend time with him, be around him, and whatever. So that side's good. But yeah, it's a sad loss. But hopefully, when one door closes, another one opens, and all of that. So,
do you know what he died of?
Indeed.
Because I saw your conditions and all that kind of stuff before, so I'm kind of like,
I'm not too sure, so I don't really want to speculate. But I know he's been ill for a little while now. Like Dapper said, I think his family was aware of it, and I think
during the World Cup he was unwell, wasn't he?
Yeah. So it's kind of mad. But no, man, it's mad because obviously we lost Maradona 2 years ago. It was 2020. Yeah, and obviously now Pele as well. It's not just about football; it's just about a person, innit? Like, sometimes you just got to look at it like that. Like, someone has lost a family member, a husband. You know what I mean? A granddad, a great granddad. He's not here anymore, and you know what I mean. Thoughts and prayers go out to him and the rest of his family, and just hopefully they can recover from this tragic loss because we've all had losses before in our lives. So, do you know what I mean? It's never easy, and it never gets easier. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, man. R.I.P. Pele. But listen, football is back, guys. Football is back. You can all kind of be smiling because each one of you got your own reasons as to why. But unfortunately for me, even though I'm smiling, I've got to start off with the team that's the most annoying. The team that
he's grinning. He's grinning. We got a smile out of him already.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a fair guy. Lee knows I'm a fair guy. Listen. No one thought they would be where they are right now. I think everyone thought they still got a long way to go. But as things stand right now, they're still top of the league. Arsenal just beat West Ham 3-1. You done it without Jesus, who is a massive, loss for you guys, but you done well. Your boy Eddie Nketiah scored as well. Odegaard looked like he's gone up another level. Lee, it pains me to say this, but you guys are doing wonders. I can't lie to you. It's like you kicked off where you left off. So, bro,
can I add as well, Lee? I've genuinely missed you, bro. Like, honestly, I've had enough of Mo and Daps. Actually, I missed the hamster more, but generally, I've missed your voice and everything, bro. No homo thing, but it's just your usual bullshit. Like, it's just like it's not the same, innit? If there isn't a bit of Lee, like, by the way, I need a recording of that. If you
the World Cup, I missed a lot of bro. It's real talk. During the World Cup, I missed a lot of content creators. You know,
Matt, not you so much. Like, you're blessed and everything, but you're a Liverpool fan, respectively.
That's fine, bro. Both same way. It goes back, bro. Don't get twisted. I didn't miss you one bit. Furthermore, I don't even care about your Christmas. No, I'm joking.
I've got a mask on at the moment. I've got the I'm actually crying behind the mask. Please, I need that recording though. That so I can put my soundboard.
Listen, I got you, man. I got you, man. But yeah, listen, man. Like,
but yeah, Lee, talk to us, bro. No, Jesus in Nketiah, bro. Talk to us.
It's not a shock for me, man. It's not a shock for me. I think a lot of people kind of give a lot of discredit into Arsenal because you're used to Arsenal kind of being a banter team, and you're used to Arsenal kind of going through these low periods. You're used to Arsenal kind of getting in an advantageous position and kind of losing that plot at the end. But listen, man, like right now we're doing really good, man. Like what I'm liking about the team is, look, you kind of alluded to it a bit earlier on, is everyone's stepping up, everyone's kind of joining the party, and everyone's kind of putting their 2 pence in to make this team function. I mean, the manager needs to get so much respect. I know Daps, you've been saying it from a long time. And listen, I was kind of down on him maybe a couple of years ago. I just thought some of the decisions he was making, but I think you have to look at how bad and how disruptive some of the players we had: Özil, Mustafi's, Kolasinac, like Aubameyang, Lacazette. I can keep going on. Pepe. It was just manic, man, and we were kind of having to sign players on astronomical amounts of money because we had to keep them, rather than now we're in a position
joining
where,
you for the wrong reason, bro.
Yeah, they're
not anymore.
For the wrong reason. So listen, man, you know what's nice about my Arsenal? We can talk about the results and all this stuff. It's just the way we're playing, man. Like every single game, and I think yesterday, rival channel, but big up to my guy Turkish. He did the Big Six extra, and I think Cams was saying something along the lines of every single game in the Premier League, bar maybe one, the Leeds game, we absolutely have dominated every game and have deserved to get the win or get some points out of it. And listen, man, like the way we're playing now, the Harlem Globetrotter stuff, man, that is some real quality football that you're seeing. And what we did to West Ham, it is what it is, man. Like West Ham aren't the best team, but it's the way we dismantled them. It's the way that when we went 1-0 down, I knew we was going to win that game. That's the difference. I think that's where you get that kind of Man City vibe. I'm not saying we're as good as Man City. I'm not saying that we are Man City from 2-3 years ago. But what I'm saying is I'm just sitting, actually, not even that. Man United, 2008, 2009. Liverpool, 2018, 2019. You knew if you went 1-0 behind, you knew that there was no way you was going to lose that game. And that's just where I sit now. I look at this team and I think first half, we had 72% possession. I think we had 2 shots, which wasn't great, but we took a bit of time to warm into the game. And I think sometimes you have to have a bit of an allowance to say, do you know what? It's the first game back. Let the players warm up a bit. We saw with Man City yesterday. We saw with Man City in the first half. You weren't great. Second half, you absolutely blasted them. And Jack Grealish, again, I love Jack Grealish. First half, he was poor. Second half, he was very, very good. And listen, it is what it is. But listen, man, for me, we can talk about the results. We can talk about all of these different things. But February the 15th looks like a big game, man. And I think we got Man City at home. Hopefully, we get to that position where we're still top. And we listen, I think Man City might hold something firm, man. And no pause.
Pause.
No, I'm not putting no pause in that.
Oh, you really want to do?
Yeah, I'm really.
Okay. It's not a Thursday night. It's a Saturday, Friday after.
So no matter what, there's no date night, Lee. No matter what.
Listen, man.
More like a date night. This is a holiday.
That week, I told them already. I've
just said a phone call. And that's it.
Yeah. I've
do you know what though? On Arsenal, for me, obviously, we did a watch along for that game, and the first half, obviously, West Ham were 1-0 up. I was happy. But by the end of the game, there was nothing I could say. It was like, for me, Arsenal once again, and this is the thing, I've put myself out there. I've said, I believe when it gets to the business end and the pressure comes on, I've said what I've said, yeah? It's all documented. All I can be proven is wrong. And like when we broke up for the World Cup, I happily said, so far, I am wrong. That every test they get, they're overcoming. For me, that game, they overcame 3 tests. Firstly, it was the first game back from the World Cup. Like we saw with the Liverpool City game. It was a great game, but both of us were sloppy, 100%. Both of us giving the ball away a lot,
Sloppy toppy.
So they overcame first game back. Secondly, they overcame the fact they went 1-0 down and they came back and won 3-1 comfortably. Thirdly, the Nketiah thing. And not just the fact that he scored. For me, it was the fact that up until probably about I don't know whether it's 4 or 5 minutes. I don't know how long injury time is no more after that World Cup. But until the dying minute, that man was running and pressing from the front, right? Like Jesus does. And then it's like, because this is the thing I've said. I think Nketiah is more clinical than Jesus. Yeah. But that's the one bit of game that I'd say I'll give him that. The rest of it, I'm giving Jesus. But Nketiah is stepping up and showing he can do other stuff as well. So I'm like, all right, cool. Again, at the moment, there's no like anyone that says Arsenal have been the best team this season. It's not a debate. You're not clever. It's factual, very fucking factual. Yeah? The only game that they lost, I believe, was United, right?
United.
And
Which
we
you
dropped
could
points
argue
against
they might have been the
Southampton as
better
well.
team in potentially as
I'm
well.
gonna be real though. Let's not allude to the fact that most fans were getting onto Nketiah in the first half. That goal coming out of nowhere, bro.
Can I just say though? Can I just say with
goal was
Nketiah,
one of the best goals I've seen this season.
Can I
I'm
just
not
say with the
joking.
Nketiah thing, yeah, because I think
Yeah.
people need to start like giving this guy a bit more respect. In 11 starts for Arsenal, and he's had 11 goals. I think he's got a really, really good goals to game ratio. Okay, granted, it's against lower opposition because he normally plays the Carabao Cup and obviously in Europa League. But more importantly, I think what we need to always remember is Nketiah always plays with the B team, never gets to play with the A team. And he's backed himself. He's got the number 14. He's got 80 to 90,000 pounds per week. So he's really backed himself to say, do you know what? I'm going to be that player that can come in and do that kind of Reyes role. RIP to him. Obviously, RIP to Pele as well. But RIP to those three people and think, do you know what? I want to come in and kind of be really instrumental to this team and to this squad. And listen, man, he's come in and he scored and he's on his first game. First half, yeah, he wasn't doing the link up, but no one was getting. Listen, you got to think, right? And I keep saying it. This whole online different thing compared to the Emirates, it is two different worlds. I go to home games. I can factually tell you, and obviously I'm online, and we'll do online content. We all see how the 14-year-old little virgin sitting at home wanking over fucking some dumbass shit.
Not that it's anything wrong with being a virgin, may I say?
Or 14.
I know what he means. I know what he means. I know.
On the point of disclaimer, I'm just being put a disclaimer out there.
There is no disclaimer because you get these kids at home, yeah, they expect like moving like they're fucking been watching football for the last 25, 30 years, giving all this big and about like they know this and that. And then when you see their Abby and see
that
them,
merchants,
like you realize that these are just little kids. But my point is that I think what we have to start realizing is that when you're in the stadium, you really do have a different sense and a sense of normality, a sense of reality. And it was, I mean, look, I knew we weren't going to lose that game because we weren't, Henri's at that stadium. We weren't going to lose in front of him. And obviously Wenger was there. We weren't going to lose.
I can't believe that was his first time back.
Yeah, man, listen, it was his first time back.
Ferguson should have taken
it. And it's good because, you know, for me, look, there's a lot of talk about the whole Ferguson versus Wenger and how the two have moved. And obviously you've got the greats at Liverpool and how they kind of are always in the stadium. But I think Arsene Wenger kind of slowly coming back has not had that kind of perch looking down and putting his 2 pence in and, you know, having to be making decisions and kind of being instrumental in big decisions at Arsenal. So for me, look, like, if it is what it is, man, at the end of the day, as I said, for me, I'm really, really happy, really, really proud. And I'm going to keep saying it. I said this was going to happen. I said we was going to be good this season.
You said third, bro.
I said third.
And then, did you also say you was going to be good the season before as well? And then
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, okay.
No, do you know what? I'll say this.
I weren't doing content then, but but no. I didn't say that.
I'll say this. To Lee's testament, he kept on saying towards the end of last season, trust me, we're going to be good. We're going to be good next year, which he meant this year. And he was like, we'll be third. Won't win it. We'll be third. Now, you kind of have to, I'll commend you for it because obviously you watch your team week in, week out. And I didn't see the improvement back then. Obviously I saw improvement, but maybe not enough to even consider you. If I'm being honest, I thought you'd fight for top 4. I didn't think at this moment, you see how you're fighting for title. I didn't think that would be the stage right now. So I have to keep it a buck in it. And I think you can only give testament to your team and your players because they don't listen to outside noise. Mm-hmm. Big up players. You know what? This has come from a Liverpool fan. Big up players like Saka who got absolutely hammered after the Euros. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We won't even go into that. We know what that was all about. Mm-hmm. And even the World Cup, I've seen some stuff and I'm just like, seriously, have people got
mad better some of the stuff after the World Cup, bro.
Mm-hmm. But all I'll say is testament to your players, bro, because they're young. They're getting better and better. And it actually makes the Premier League more exciting because if Arsenal are around for the next how many years and this Arteta cycle is going to continue, it will be interesting to see how far you guys go because I feel like as well, if you are able to, even if you don't win the league, it's a massive step. Yeah, and not only that, you bring back Champions League football. And if you bring back Champions League football, you might be able to even bring in even
names,
bigger
yeah.
bigger names. So
But
I
you know,
have
I
to
was
keep
going
that
to say
above.
couple of points. Listen, nobody in the world wants to see Arsenal win the league. You think Argentina had a
No,
good
no,
squad
I
this
do.
year?
I do.
You,
Oversee
you
this
think
season, I
Morocco
don't
Yeah,
had a
rate.
no,
good
he's right
squad?
on that. He's
Listen,
right on that. He's
te-
right on that.
people,
I can't lie.
all the Man City fans will come back. All the Chelsea fans will come back. All the London Man United. Listen, we'll shut down the
You can
whole.
take them, bro. You
Listen,
take them
man.
fake fuckers
Listen,
back.
no,
No
no, you're right.
problem.
You're
Have
right.
them
You're
back.
right. You're right. But
Have
what I
them
will
back,
say,
bro.
you're right. You're right. That's a good point. But what I will say is, listen, people don't want Arsenal to, because
Hamza.
you think those celebrations will pop up. But listen, but my point I was going to say, listen,
Yeah.
you're right. The whole Saka thing, like, yeah, that's one thing. But you know the mentality of the guy. Look what happened with Sancho. Now, look, I don't know what's going on in his personal life. I'm not going to talk about that. That's not for me to comment on. But you see the difference between Sancho's mentality at this moment in time and Saka's mentality, and you see how he's reacted and how he's now. When you think about a star boy, you see Saka. That is literally it. We talk about all these guys at Liverpool and Chelsea and Man City. Okay, fair enough. Foden, I like him a lot, but when you think about star boy, we need to start putting some respect on.
Yeah. I think we have
There's
for
a
a while,
level.
though, Lee.
There's levels.
One thing I just want to say
to this.
though, and I know you didn't mean it in this way, but one thing I just want to say is, like, you see with the Sancho's thing, I won't go into it right now, but I will say there's some stuff that's happened. So I know what you're saying. Yeah. So I know what you meant, but I just kind of wanted to elaborate on Saka's mentality 100%. Even if we're not comparing, it's elite. It is elite. And what Saka's had to go through is when I think about it now, is mad.
Yeah.
In terms of Sancho, it's a different conversation. However, yes, he's going through a hard time, but big up both of them because they've
100%.
both gone through different things. I'll be honest.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
And I think with Sancho, just quickly, I hope he gets, like, I've put this on my Instagram. I hope that he gets better. Like, anyone that tries to banter Sancho right now, for me, he's a young man, and as an older man that suffers from mental health, a younger man suffering, I don't wish that on any young man, because it's worrying. Because when he gets older and really starts facing a lot of other things, so I hope he gets better into a good place. But on Saka, or overall on Arsenal, what I think they've done so well is, I will always go back, this Arteta thing and this mentality thing, I think is very similar to what Eddie Howe is doing at Newcastle as well. He's got the players' mentalities right, playing as a team. And I think what Arteta added is, if you look at some of the players, I said this yesterday on Big Six, Ramsdale's very vocal. He's definitely a leader, right? Then you look at Zinchenko. Zinchenko is a fighter, right? Jesus is a fighter, both of them, right? Both of them have won Premier Leagues. Now, Odegaard, captain of Norway.
Partey.
Right. But with Zinchenko and Jesus, this is where I think, and if I go back to City over the last few years, neither of them really at the start of the season, certainly when Aguero was there, were regular start. They weren't starters, especially Zinchenko, right? Even when Delph was playing left back, Zinchenko was second fiddle to Delph, right? But by the end of most seasons, Zinchenko had kind of made the position his own. He'd come in when it gets to the business end of the season. Even, I'll be keeping it 100, the last 2 years, when it's got to the business end of the season, me personally, just my opinion, I think Cancelo's dropped off a bit. And I think Zinchenko's come through and looked stronger. And so even with that, when I'm looking at the fact that they play Tierney on the left, Zinchenko hasn't been a regular for them. Don't count him out being very important business end of the season, right? Knowing how to do it as well. But also, I kind of was thinking with the whole party and Xhaka thing, if either of them get injured, Zinchenko can do them roles as well. And that's another thing that people don't even... He can come in and, if need be, when it gets to every 3 days. So I think they're in a very good position. What I will say is, because Igal was saying that if City don't catch up with Arsenal by the end of the month, by the end of January, Arsenal will win the league. And I kind of said, bro, if you look at I know you think your running's hard, so's ours, yeah? So I don't really expect City to catch up with Arsenal by the end of January, because we've got some very difficult games.
Man said January, like there's not an extended month.
If we do catch up with Arsenal by the end of January, I'd then start really saying the league is swinging in our favour. But we have to catch up with them. Now, the most important thing for me is if Arsenal can make the gap between City and Arsenal more than 6 points, by the time we play each other in February, they're in a very fucking good position. But that because 2 games, we win those 2 games. I'm not saying we will. All of a sudden, tables turn. But if they can extend it, and with some of the games we've got, who knows? Then I might even start having to go. Do you know what? Early doors. Oh, I don't know if we're going to do it. But right now, I'm still confident. Things will change.
Yeah, look,
a lot's going to
listen,
change.
I like Egal a lot, but I will say that it is a little bit early to say end of January, that we can start crowning anybody,
Big up
any
Egal, by the way.
positions. We
What do you
can't
mean
do
this is the
top
Carabao
four,
Cup or
we
something?
can't do
Oh,
league, we can't do
January, man.
nothing because it's very easy to say that. But what I will say is, if we do get to the end of January, we get a couple of signings in, and we are 8 points ahead of you, then I will definitely say that we have.
How many points you ahead now, Lee? Sorry if you don't mind.
5. We're 5 points
It's
ahead.
5. Okay, it's 5. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
and the
it's
same
5.
amount
Okay,
of points, same amount of games. Sorry.
Okay.
And yeah, like it's right now, it's looking good. Like as I said, the reason why I'm very happy and as I said, like, I feel like we're in a good position is the way we play. You win more games than you lose. Like that's just the basics of football. If you play well and you move the ball and you have a real functioning, have a real tactics, and your manager makes the right decisions, everything encompassing, you win more games than you lose. And at this moment in time, every single thing is working and functioning for us. We have the manager who's absolutely unreal, out of this world at this moment in time, and he's doing some really good things with all of our players. The ones that we kind of banking on, that we need, are stepping up. The ones that are the top players, the leaders, they are leading, and we're just getting absolute top quality performances. And listen, we're no prime Barcelona, of course not, but we are just playing some very, very good football. And listen, long may it continue, man. Like as I said, February the 15th, mate, it is it's gonna be fireworks, in it. Prime TV, man. Prime TV.
No, do you know, before we move on for Arsenal, I just want to say one
Oh,
thing.
you done the same thing as me, yeah?
Done
I
it
just
already,
wanna-
bro.
Yeah. I was about to do
it.
it as well. I was just gonna. I was thinking the same thing. Like, you know what? Don't look good. You see that live, man?
Bob, you know what I'm gonna say is this though. I'll say this about Arsenal. You mentioned, I think you mentioned signings, innit? And also you're in talks with Shakhtar. You're trying to get that Mudrik guy. I don't know how you pronounce it. Flying, Mudrik, flying left winger, bro. If you get him, now we're not gonna get into financial, like how much you'll have to spend, because it looks like gonna be a lot. But let's just say you do get him. Do you think he takes you over the line? Like, do you think he could be that signing that make you go, do you know what? Now we've got him. Yeah, we're good for the title. Do you think he's the missing piece?
Nah, he's not enough. He's not the that's that I don't want to go too far fetched. I know I normally
Fair play.
do.
That's what I'm asking. I'm just saying a trap. I'm
He's
genuinely
not
asking.
the missing piece. He's not the missing piece. But what I do like about him is that he's a different kind of winger. He's that player that can really carry the ball. He's got the pace. He's got the skill. He's got the trickery. But I don't think he's going to be as good in those tight-knit spaces. I haven't seen enough to say that. That's the reason why. But what I do like is on the counter-attack against your likes of your Man Cities, against the likes of Liverpool's, he is the perfect outlet with Martinelli, with what's his name, Saka, because they are those kind of ball carriers, pace, and they are direct. That is what I like about him from the little bits that I've seen of him. Sorry. What I do also like is that he can shoot from outside the box. I know a lot of Arsenal players can do that, and they've been fined in the past for doing that with Arsene Wenger. But yeah, now we kind of are advocates of that. We got Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard. Like these are the kind of players that are constantly shooting from outside. Tierney is another one. So yeah, man, listen, I'm not going to say that he's definitely going to move the needle for us. We are linked to Felix as well. I think it's us against Man United. If we get him, now look, people always know that I come out with controversial statements. Bro, I'll be honest, I'm not too sure on him. But you know, for me, the reason why is I don't think he's that high motor player. I don't know where his head's at. I don't know if he's going to be able to carry a team to a title. That's just my personal opinion. The quality, listen, you can't doubt it. But I just don't know whether he's got that next thing to carry a team.
I hear that,
and come in for 6 months.
I hear what you're saying.
Well, you know what? On both of them, though. Firstly, on the guy whose name I'm not even going to try and butcher.
Yeah, it's mad.
I've heard that he's got a lot of aspirations, as in like he rates himself highly. He's been a bit hot and cold, but I've heard he rates himself highly. So that's the right type of signing. I think he would be more of a long-term one. On the João Felix one, do you know what? I think you're right, because it was clearly the wrong move, Atletico. They seem to have drained a lot out of him. But Firstly, and me and Casa spoke on this during the World Cup again. I think the game they beat Switzerland was at 6-2. He dropped a lot deeper and played a lot deeper, right? And he looked really, really good. Yeah, I get what Lee's saying, that his mentality, not his mentality, but where his head is at the moment. But I'll be 100, because one of the things I saw from Arteta when he was at City is he was that guy that was, and it's documented on the Amazon Prime thing, that would be pulling Sterling aside when Sterling's a confidence player. When his confidence was down, it was on Arteta to pick it back up. So I think Arteta is the type of guy that would be perfect to actually take Felix under his arm and just say, look, you are the player that everyone, there's a reason why everyone thinks he's so good. He just needs to get back there. It's just, I think the whole Felix thing is a deal, because we know they've got a massive release clause on him.
Yeah.
There's talks of the loan, and it's if it's just a loan or if there's you have to buy him and all of that. But again, it's both of them are good signings, if not for this season, because we don't know how they'll hit the ground running.
Yeah,
it will make Arsenal better next season, 100%.
Yeah.
So,
listen, and I think my last point is we're not here to be some pretenders. I don't think we're here for the short game. I think we are fully building a team for a mini dynasty, and what I mean by that is hopefully to get a couple of trophies, not one. And I'm not digging out Liverpool, not just one Premier League. I mean, a couple of Premier Leagues or even a Champions League now. Like that's the dynasty, I think. And Liverpool have got that dynasty because you've won every single trophy in the last 7 years. So that is a dynasty. But where I'm coming from is I just think that we are building a team that is trying to go places fast, and we ain't playing games no more. And you can see that.
I don't deny that, but I will put this statement out here. No matter how good Arsenal get, no matter what happens, eventually you're going to be playing second fiddle again. And you're going to go back down there again. Because at the end of the day, it happens, bro. I'm just saying this for free, bro. Like, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, even man like Bournemouth are getting takeovers and that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying money's going to be in denial. Even if I said it earlier. Was it earlier? Yeah, it was earlier. Like, even if Arteta was to leave, right? No matter who comes in, he's going to go there and do well. You know what I mean? Even if he was leaving 2 years' time, like, he's got the whole collective of young, talented players that can just take them to the next place. But Arsenal will never stay on top for too long. And that's a fact. You won't go on that run. Not while you got Kroenke in charge. Keep relying on your Edus and your good signings. But it won't last forever, Lee.
Bro, what's this guy talking about over here, bro?
I don't know. I don't know. The guy over there is. I don't know who's over there.
I don't know who he's pointing to.
I think he's pointing to.
Man. What's this guy talking about over there, bro?
Listen.
Do
you know, guys.
Win a trophy in.
You might win a little trophy. You might win a trophy. You might win a trophy this year.
Last time you had a trophy, my hairline was here. I was probably a bit shorter as well. I didn't have the size that I had. I didn't have my own house. I didn't have nothing. And you're talking to me about.
Wait one sec. Let me tell you for free, Jack. I live closer to United than I live to Arsenal. So shut your mouth. Jack Napier. He's just. I don't know what he's doing, but somehow he's been unbanned from YouTube all over again. Like, but he didn't say nothing bad. He didn't say nothing bad
than he did before. So hold tight, Jack. Play nice. Smash a like. Love.
Do you know what I'm gonna say? Listen, this is a great segue to Man United, funny enough, because Man United are next, so I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Now, listen, let's talk about Man United. So, obviously, you've had a very up and downs, I say, start to a season, but you've gotten better and better as weeks have gone by, I suppose. Listen, good result against Nottingham Forest.
You was included.
100%. Listen, like I was going to say, 3-0 against Forest, well played. You know what I mean?
Against Arsenal, you know.
Rashford. Listen, we're going by the last game. Like, chill. I'm
just saying.
I'm giving you a lot of props. Listen, I'm giving you a lot of props. And not only that, I think one of the case in points is, for me anyway, as an outsider, is looking at Rashford and going, do you know what? Remember, Rashford's had a good World Cup. Let's keep it a buck. He's had a good World Cup. Very good impact player. And he's come back and scored again. Martial FC is out for another week until you guys want to, get rid of him again or whatever. But all jokes aside, you lot got a 3-0 and you've kept yourself in that running for the Champions League spot. Cass, you see, each week you see Man United now. Are you more thinking now, do you know what? We have really got a very, very good chance of getting top 4? Or did you see something even yesterday and you were like, you know what? Nah, I just don't think we're gonna get like honestly, like bro. No shade. Like, how do you feel about Man United right now?
No, they give me. I'm not joking. Every time we start, I have a mini heart attack. Like that's just the way I am. I just don't know. Whenever Martial goes back down on that floor, I'm thinking,
You're
no,
worried.
we're gonna have to.
I hear that.
We're gonna have to stick a Lango up front. Oh my word! But then I remember I've got Casemiro in my defensive mid, and he don't get injured for shit. And inshallah, he don't. And by the way, I don't live in Watford. Wait, I live up north. You donut. Anyways, not the point. It don't matter where you're from or how close you are to
100%.
the
No matter where you're
stadium.
from. Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about
Jack's probably never been to a game in his life. I've been to more Emirates games than most, man. But anyways, not the point. No, I think we'll get top 4. Chelsea don't really threaten me, but then I've always been on the shoulder of like, who did they get in January that can really turn the tides? And they're not really exactly far off top 4, are they?
They're not. Chelsea are like 7th. They're basically 1 point behind us, I believe. I think they're in 7th.
Oh yeah, they're playing with you lot, man. That's not my problem. But what's it called?
Okay.
Nah, I'm joking.
Brave.
Chelsea, even if they do get signed, it's about if they can gel into the team and adapt to the Premier League. And
I don't know, but Cass, I don't want to hear
kind of
Chelsea. I want to hear Man
no.
United.
That's what I'm saying. And Tottenham, don't get me started on Tottenham. I think there's one thing we can all agree on in this room is that Tottenham are shit and they're just pretenders. They are the real pretenders. They pretend to be big boys. They're about to be replaced in the big 6. We had to make top 6 for Tottenham to fit in. Makes sense. Do you get what I mean? So, anyways, Tottenham don't scare me. Chelsea don't scare me. So there's that 5th and 4th position. I don't think we're going to get 5th. I don't think Newcastle will get top 4. But they do have a good chance.
Changing your
I'm slightly changing my tune with them apart, and I still think Liverpool will finish above us at the end of the season.
Okay, okay. What about Newcastle? Do you think Newcastle will stick in the top 4?
No, they're not finishing above us. Like I say, business end of the season. We love to spray this word around. Yeah, business end of the season. When it comes down to getting the top 4s and stuff, have Newcastle ever been in that position before? And that's the logic I'm going off of.
I hear that, but it's the first time for everything in a long time.
Yeah, first time for everything, innit? Pop that Virginie, like it's been a minute in like 30, 20 odd years. But the point is, I think they will have their slow crumb. They can't stay on top forever. But we said that about Leicester. Like, do you get what I mean? And look where they end up. But I just don't think. I just feel Newcastle will end up having a little bit of a drop off, and towards the end, they're not going to sustain, especially but again, if they do end up getting your James Maddisons in January, they end up getting a couple decent fullbacks that can cover Trippier and that, then it's like, damn, because my club ain't getting no one. We're broke. We're dead broke. We're in the middle of getting taken over, and I think it's rumored in the next 12 weeks. They're not putting no money in. The only way we're going to get anything.
Can I ask you a question as well? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Well, and anything, man. We're broke.
You know what? Like again, like for me, I've said I think Newcastle are going to will make top 4, and the reason why is because, well, I think for you, do you feel like you've got enough goals? Because look, Rashford's in a great vein of form, but he has been off form for the last 2 years. Granted, it's been injuries. Martial, we know that he's got spaghetti legs, so that's another player. So when you comes down to it, you've lost 18 goals from Ronaldo from last season. Now, good look, he's not good enough. So that's fine.
And look how we're playing now without him. This is what I tried to push across as well.
That's fine, but that's one game, and you've got another 19, 21 games to go, right? So where I'm looking at it, or whatever it is. So where I'm looking at it, I'm just saying to you, what makes you think that you are so, like, the way you're talking? I'm not saying that you are saying but you're making it seem that you are so exponentially better as a team.
No, it's the core. I get what you're about to say, by the way. So I'm just gonna cut. I think it's the like button for one. Like, let me do that because I need to do that for free. I can only do that. 500 odd people in here, 144 likes, bro. If Matt ran a poll earlier, I guarantee about 300-400 of you liked it. So take half your second, or I'll leave the stream, and I'll make Daps leave the stream, and you lot can just go to another stream, I suppose. Yeah,
let's maybe not now. Like, on another day.
I'm not on your software. You can't make me do nothing, bro.
Daps. Remember,
actually, you can remote onto my machine.
Oh yes, I can. Yeah. Anyways, no, it's just the point. It's just be respectful in here. Smash the like button for Kop-Ish if you're a big fan.
Up,
and if you're a fan of Lee and Daps and myself, probably not me because I talk shit, but it is what it is, isn't it? But now back to Lee's question. It's out of the top 6 teams, I think we've collected the most points other than City, I believe. I think you're like one ahead. Yeah, they beat us, but I'm not too sure. But City haven't played Tottenham or Arsenal yet, so they're a couple games behind. And when it comes to top Liverpool 6
as well.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So when it comes to the top 6 kind of stuff, we're collecting points there. Now we're kind of edging past a smaller
We haven't played
teams, the
Chelsea.
lesser
We haven't
teams.
played Chelsea in the league yet.
Yeah,
either.
and it's like again, it's the performances within these games for me as a Man United fan. The Chelsea game we should have won, right? It was clear as day that first time we should have killed them off.
Anthony.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't just Anthony, by the way. It was also
Bro,
Rashford.
just quickly.
Go on.
Sorry to interrupt you, bro. No, just quickly, Anthony. Obviously, this is just general consensus. How do
No.
Man United fans feel about him in terms
I don't
of
care what
obviously-
other people think about him.
Okay, no. But the general consensus is on Anthony is that high profile player, so to speak, come at a high fee. How do you feel about him then?
No, I
No,
don't
let me
mind.
know a bit about how do you,
No, I
are
don't
you
mind.
happy with
I
his
don't mind.
output? You happy?
Look, the man. People forget this guy came in when he was 21 years old as well. Like people forget this guy's young. He don't
He
look
did
that
also
young.
come
But
in.
he's a
To be
youngster.
fair to him, he did
He
come
came-
in late in the transfer window, in it as well.
Yeah,
That
it was. Oh my! This guy is not. Let me tell you all in a chat. That man is not worth 80 million pounds. More like 60 million pounds at max. Like
is that
for
how
me,
much he
Anthony.
costs?
No. Anthony
How
costs us
much-
80 million. But I'm
80,
saying,
you know?
for
Yeah,
me,
that's how to ask a question
me,
still.
see, for me, he's not worth that much. If I was to look
Oh,
at
fair
him from
play.
the Dutch league and everything,
That's honest.
for me, I would have paid 55, 60 million player. That's
Not like
the way
Cody Gakpo money in it.
Yeah, no, I think he's better than Gakpo. Like I've never rated Gakpo. Like I've got so many receipts
he did-
online.
Well,
I've never
look,
rated him.
through the whole World Cup. Even when he was scoring, I was going
Bro,
to Cass because Cass.
I'm
was
just
living at
saying.
mine.
Listen,
was
it's not
saying-
about whether you rate him. I'm just saying.
No, but I
money,
think some fans.
fee.
Yeah, but that's not the
fee.
point. Arsenal about to pay a guy 80 million in the end, roughly.
Not necessarily. The deal wasn't
No,
going
no.
through. We don't know that. They might say no.
I trust
If
me.
Gal asked the question earlier, that's very,
Go on.
very good. Yeah, who's had a better season? And I know my opinion:
Mhm.
Nunes or Anthony.
That's
It's
kinda
Nunes all
easy.
day long.
It's
But
Nunes.
Anthony's only
all day
played 6 games for
Nunes.
us. Do you get what I mean?
long. Well, that's poor. Why has he only played 6 games?
Well, because one, he came in unfit. Then secondly, when he came in, he played 45 minutes against Arsenal. Secondly, then he got injured. Right?
So it wasn't up to speed, and his availability is
No,
questionable.
so yeah, that was all there is.
and there was
it was at
plenty
a
of
point,
rotation.
and let's put the World Cup into speculation when all the South American players started to go missing. Yeah, they
Oh,
did. Yeah, they started to go missing a little bit. The injuries. I reckon Anthony was his first World Cup. He was gassed. I don't believe he was injured for shit. I'm gonna be honest.
just quickly, and this
But
this
no.
ain't a trick.
Anthony,
This
I
ain't a
think
trick,
people
by the
with
way.
people with fan like this guy's not your 1v1 winger. He will try. He'll
Mm.
do it, and he has put a few players on their asses. Dan Burn, Perisic.
Yeah.
I believe he
What,
actually.
did he make him dizzy by spinning?
Bro, no, he literally put them on their asses. But the whole point is
spinning thing.
that's because he
The
done a
spinning
spinning
thing.
thing. I think there was one match where he done it, and for me, I was like, bro, we end up winning like 3-0.
Yeah,
But he's like, why are you doing it there, bro? I get it, you're flary, you like to do your
Weird
tricks and all
shit.
that.
You're
But
just
it's
weird,
just like
bro.
The maddest
it's-
stuff, you know.
it's like I like show. The whole point of football is to be expressive, but there's being expressive in
100.
moments when you can, and there's being when you just
Yeah.
like, nah, you look like a
It's
you look like a
knowing when
dickhead.
to
There's no one
use
near
it.
you.
But
That's
at the
just
same
weird.
time, he's not a 27-year-old man. He's 22 now. So it comes to the collective of what Ten Hag can do. He's worked with him before. He's had 6 games now, 7 games. Yeah, he could have a couple more goals. He scored 3 goals in total. He could have plenty of assists. Everton, he could have 2 goals. Like he's there in
Man
positions,
City.
but he's more like a playmaking winger for me, Rob. A bit
I
like
hear you,
Sancho.
I
He's
hear
not your 1v1, but he will dust a player. But
when
for 80 million, you have to put it there. Like when the money's there, bro, you have to put your performance up there consistently. Because eyes will get on you. Do you get what I mean?
When I think of someone like Anthony, I think of Nani. You know that he flatters to deceive. Like he was a good player. Nothing
And Nani,
special.
yeah, he packed in your team
Nothing
many
special.
times.
When Ronaldo kind of was out, he did step up a bit. But for me, more
It was
times
inconsistent.
I think for me, for more times
It's
than me, what you'll see with someone like Anthony's, he's gonna flatter to deceive. He's not gonna live up to the price tag. And unfortunately, it is one of those things. He's not rubbish, but I just don't think that
he's not elite either. Do you
he's
get what
not
I mean?
a top level player. And that's
I
just what it
I
is.
think he's got the potential to be. As like I say, we want to talk about youngsters. He is a youngster. He is as old as the next man. That he don't look it because he don't look like a young boy, but he's a young man. Sorry, not a
How
boy,
old is
but
he?
he's 22. He's just turned 22. Do you get what I mean? It's like, what was you doing at 22? Like where was you at? Kind of. Some people
Nah,
in this
I hear you, I hear
stage,
you.
some people are 22 watching this stream like now, wondering what they're
I
doing
hear
with their
that, I
life.
hear that.
But
Yeah, I
you know
hear
what I
you.
mean?
What's
you lose-
Foden doing?
He's 22.
what's
Exactly.
the
He's winning
Haaland
leagues, bro.
doing?
But Anthony's won trophies.
But
That's
do
the thing.
Do you see why you lose credit though, Kaz? Because you will talk about Arsenal and say that we're going to
No.
You're
You're Mudryk deal, yeah. When this Mudryk, you're talking about Mudryk. When he gets signed for 80 million, G, this is what I mean. This is the whole point of what I wrote out there, yeah. The whole point of it, yeah. You're gonna spend 80 million, but no one's gonna think about it. When he comes, I'm gonna be eyeing like a hawk.
But
You
haven't
understand?
even listened to
Because
what I
the
said.
same
You haven't
energy for
listened to what I
Anthony,
said,
bro.
You haven't listened to what I said. I'm talking
on.
about the fact that for you, when you discredit yourself, when you talk about my Arsenal saying that we're not good, we're gonna
No,
flop,
I did say you're good. Go back on the last Kopish show.
Let him
I was
land,
picking up
Cass.
them,
Let him
man.
land. Let him land. Let him land. Let him land. Let him land.
You just did it, yeah. You had your little monologue, and I had to ask you, what's this guy talking about? You go on about how Arsenal are gonna flop. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that.
I think so.
Currently, you haven't seen Anthony live up to anything, but you will keep bigging him up and saying he's young.
I haven't really bigged him up.
You have. You
I
just said that he's
I
young.
just said I don't think he was worth 80 million. I don't think he's gonna really get. I don't think he's elite player.
Okay, but you've bigged him up. You've bigged him up. You made him
Yeah.
seem that he's got a lot to learn. He's got a lot to do this. So why is it that you can't give Arsenal the same reproach? And the same reprieve
This is
to
what
say,
it's revolving around.
Arsenal are gonna
Okay,
do, Arsenal
okay.
can't. No. I'm
Okay.
just using your logic.
No, that's not my logic. You're bringing it back to Arsenal and the way I think and feel. Yeah, you might get success this season, but it doesn't mean I need to think about it next season because it's always. Remember, my first rivalry wasn't Liverpool. It wasn't City. It was Arsenal. That's what I grew up on.
So you're talking from just
No.
nonsense.
Because
You're
the
not
way I
talking from
think, I
fact.
said you could probably have a successful season this season. You might be successful and finish second with nothing and no trophies whatsoever.
Cass,
and
you
just
sure
be
you
like
want them
Liverpool.
to win the league? Because that's what
No.
you're saying earlier.
I'd rather Arsenal win the league, bro, because I don't want you lot to do a three-peat. It's as simple as that. And yeah, I might have to suffer Arsenal fans, but they're insufferable now. It's going to be a little bit worse. But I just think like it gets to that point, and I think they will drop off. Like that's just because of a lot of different dynamics with different teams and stuff. I think the league will get a lot harder and everything. But I still think they'll be up there competing. So I don't think they'll win the league again and again. They'll just drop off like they usually do. They're not going to go back to the 80s and start winning bare trophies again. Like that's just my thoughts and I'm allowed to have that. But for Arsenal, I never said I didn't rate them, Lee. I rated Arteta. I said I was wrong. I was on a stream when I said that. I said I think Arsenal are very good. I was wrong about that. That's fine. I've been wrong about a few things, but
You
haven't
take
we all?
Saka or Anthony?
No, I'll take Saka all day. He's still on my loan, right? He was actually no, he's not on loan with me no more. England not playing, but it's not the point.
Did someone clip that?
No, because I can be real with it. You think I'm gonna be stupid and be biased? Saka, he's done it like what last 2-3 seasons with in the Premier League. I think he's wicked, and I was wrong about him. I didn't think he was a star boy, and I think he's just gonna get better. I didn't think he was really a right winger still. I still think he's better on the left collectively, but I was wrong about him, and I can say that, bro. And you can smile all you want, but let's be real. Saka is probably about £100 million player right now. Is he not?
Do you know what?
Just
There's
quickly.
an elephant in the room, man. Come on, let's just get Lee. Me and you need to take a back seat because these scousers are running up in trap houses in and taking the Dutch. So we just need to. We need to.
I was just about to get onto that. That's
hey, Matt, your top says it. Your top says it. That says it.
Listen, man said the Dutch. You know, I get.
Listen, man was just about to say.
That's a type as well, you know.
This is a little bit of. It's a little techie in it, obviously, because.
I mean, it's not, is it?
No. It's techie for Man United, but I understand Cass's position on it in terms of he wasn't really on the Gakpo side, which is fair enough. But I just think for Man United, to lose out on their top player, and let's keep it a buck. Ten Hag wanted him. Yeah, he really wanted him.
That's
and Liverpool just swooped in like Batman, and just said, "Yo, what you saying, Merseyside?" And man was like, "Okay, then," and that's all it took. For Man United fans, listen, I want you just, I just want to get an unbiased opinion, Cass.
Oh, you want me to switch over quick? All right,
No. I don't want you to just talk about, you don't rate him. I just want you to think, as a Man United fan, are you a little concerned about how Liverpool, like how I'll say Liverpool, I won't say wait, just Liverpool swooped in and was able to get a player that you guys wanted? Like, this ain't no trick. This ain't me trying to ban. This is me just being normal, bro. Like one BBC settings.
No,
you don't need to be normal with me.
To it. Guy that shares an agent with your manager.
Let me land that. I was gonna do the good.
Put it all there.
No, I was gonna do the
table.
good cop back.
That's
I was
fine.
gonna do the good cop back. Let me. But no,
bro, it's another De Jong. Put it all out there, bro. It was theirs for the taking. They were doing streams. He was going there. There was a reason
get onto that.
Manchester United melted down that night. They were convinced he was going, and this pull by Ten Hag at the moment is more of a push, if we're being honest.
It's fine. Go on. What are you gonna?
No. All I was gonna say is that is it a concern amongst the Man United fan base?
No, I think people are more hurt that it was by Liverpool that came in and take him, not the fact that he doesn't play for our club. Look, I think he's clearly Ten Hag's man. Anyone that Ten Hag wants to bring in, and
they got the same agent, blood.
But it comes down.
That's mad.
It comes down to finances. We're broke. We're going through a takeover period, and there's no money getting invested. We've only got the wages we've saved from Ronaldo. Do you get it? And unless someone goes out the door,
That's
we're not
quite
getting
a lot,
nobody.
to be fair.
And why, if you're about to sell up, why are you going to put your club further in debt? Because the new owners
But
don't
we're
want it
trying
more
to
in debt.
sell. I mean,
Yeah, no, but you-
because we're not in debt. You're right.
The
We're not
thing
in
is, you're
debt.
not close. You're
We're
not close to your
self-sufficient.
takeover.
Yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
from what I've read, you're not close enough to your takeover yet, and you also had money left over from the summer. Like you've got,
Yeah,
you got
that's
cash
true.
to
We
spare.
got money.
You got Chouameni to spare, like money to spare, because you could have
That's
got him
fair.
by.
That's
So
fair.
Klopp's got way. Look, Gakpo suits you a lot more than he suits us. We've got a Rashford. I think Gakpo's similar to Rashford. I think Rashford's better than him, obviously, and Gakpo will do very well at Liverpool. I'm so glad he didn't come to my club. You know what we need? For me, Man United, I want an out-and-out 9, whether it's a loan or not. Even Felix, to a degree, it's like, I don't even know if it will fill in a lot of gaps. But I'll rather get an out-and-out 9, like, kind of thing in a 6-month loan or something, not just a stopgap that's going to be there and think you can convert a winger into a striker. Do you know what I mean? If you watch Gakpo, Gakpo's about 6'2" and he doesn't use his frame whatsoever. He's massive. He can be built. You don't use it. It's weird. It's like you're such a big guy, but you never use your strength. Why not? You got
I
pace.
disagree.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it.
I've seen it as well.
You know what it is?
It's not the most physical.
It's hold up. Yeah, his physicals ain't all there, but it can get there. Because again, look, he's big.
He can improve.
You come to the Prem. You come to the Prem. You're bulking
man.
up. But that doesn't mean you can learn all that kind of stuff. You have to
100%.
learn how to hold up the balls. But he can strike a ball. He's clinical.
He can. That's the one thing I was gonna say is, and this is why. And again, you correct me if I'm wrong. That's because you're the Man United fan. I think the reason why he wanted him is because he's versatile. And even though you're right in saying he's not an out-and-out 9, let's say for example he wasn't able to get that 9, Gakpo could move centrally or Rashford could move centrally. Just in terms, hear what I'm saying. Just for the 6 months. Because here's the thing. The main thing why I think he wanted him, he's versatile, can play across the front three. Bro, I know what you're saying. You Man United fans want a traditional 9. But I think there's a reason why Ten Hag really wanted him, because he thought, you know what? He can cover across all bases and he can't really rely on Martial for the fitness. And if anything happens to even Rashford as well, I can play him there. So even though he might not be your number one pick, I think stylistically, he still would have been a benefit to
not for me.
That's me being unbiased, bro.
I personally don't want that another Rashford and another Rashford in the same pitch. It just don't make sense for me. Like, you got Rashford up front, he's played well this season when he's covered, but then I don't want another left winger like that, because I want someone that can be able to control the ball and actually beat a man, a 1v1 type winger like Garnacho. It's like, I don't want to put all pressure on a kid, but he's doing well at the moment. I'd rather him thrive there rather than getting Gakpo in and then, you know, like, he's going to stop his.
Oh, did you call him Gakpo? Did you call him Gakpo?
That's the one.
Oh wow, is that how you're carrying on?
You know
with
what?
that type of energy.
I'll be honest with you two. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'll be so. I'm not gonna go to the Gakpo. I'm not gonna say that.
No. We're not calling him Gakpo. It's Gakpo to you, man. I don't know why am I calling Gakpo, bro?
For me, I'll be honest with you.
We're not doing that.
I don't think any Man United. I don't think any
that.
Man United fan should be crying over spilt milk, bro. For me, I don't see the hype with Gakpo, man.
I see what I'm saying. I'm not the only one. Now you have to pretend like Grizz, like he's anything good.
We played them twice.
Let me let him.
I'm not going off those 2 games. I know he's got these really good numbers. And listen, it is nice the fact that you got him over Man United. And listen, Klopp, he's a magician, so he probably can do some good things, and he might get numbers. But is he going to get that first goal? Is he going to get that winning goal? I don't see that with him. And I look at Nunes, I look at Salah, I look at Jota, I look at Gakpo now.
Diaz.
No, those 4 players I'm talking about mostly. Those 4 players, I'm just looking at the technical quality. For me, I just don't feel like there's enough. I don't feel like, I look at that team, I'm like, it's not. You're gonna rate it. You're gonna say it's not the Salah thing, but I'm saying at that. Say, listen. Let me not make it seem like it's an agenda against Salah. So let me remove him. But I look at Gakpo. I look at Gakpo, Jota, and Nunes. I don't see high technical quality in that front 4, that front 3. So for me, I don't.
Bro,
I'm not. And let's add. Let's get the 500 people in here that pretend that they've actually watched loads of Gakpo.
No. Let me put one thing straight.
You guys are crap. They are going to get goals. Son gets a lot of goals for Spurs, but he's not got the high levels of technical quality.
Are you mad? You said Son ain't got the technical. All right, so let me. Lee, before
my point with Gakpo,
yeah, that's a bit of a mad one though, Leo.
Bro,
I'm not gonna like. No. You man are sitting in the same boat. You man are doing kumbaya settings. That's you, man. That's you, man. But what I'm gonna say is this, Lee.
I'm not gassed by Gakpo. For me,
you don't
I
have
don't
to be.
think that you're moving any needles. I don't think that anyone should be worried. There should be no one turning any pillows over thinking that he's going to have sleepless nights. It's a good signing and it's a good squad kind of player. but I'm never gonna sit here and think to myself, "Wow, like you are going to."
He
the
improves
next
that team.
level.
Messi, he does improve that team
All
differently.
right,
He's an
let me
inside.
just-
He's an inside.
Yeah,
Let me
wait,
say
you're not
this.
an
Let me
elite.
say. Let me say.
Salah.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Come
Here,
on,
so let me
come
just
on,
talk on my. Let
Nan.
me talk on my thing now. Let me talk on my thing. So you're buying Gakpo, yeah. Diaz obviously out injured, but we know if everyone's fit, I would, as things stand, you go Diaz. I'll still go Nunes actually, and then I'll go Salah because I think Nunes is going to
That
improve.
stinks.
Kind of,
That,
yeah, but
that,
cool.
that up line have no technical ability. Did you say Nunes?
Did you say no
Gakpo and
technical
Salah?
ability? Are you
Or did
forgetting
just
about King Mo?
No, wait. Mo
So
Salah.
hold on, you can say what you say about Nunes because of a few highlights. I'm not talking about Diaz that get more technical than all of your players. Are you
Yeah,
crazy?
no. I'm
Man
not
said
talking
Darwin
about Diaz.
Nunes,
I'm not
yeah?
talking about Salah.
Cody
Are you
Gakpo
talking
and then Mo
mad?
Salah, bro, as our front line. Is that what you want?
Did I even mention this? I know you're rattled. Did I mention Gakpo in those three man?
I thought you meant with him. I thought you said that's what you want.
Did I mention Gakpo?
I thought you
So
did. I thought
please listen to what I'm saying. Please, I beg. Diaz, Nunes, and Salah is my first choice front three when
No,
everyone's
not
fit.
right.
Or if I don't play Nunes, it'll be Jota. So I'll probably be Jota. If I'm being honest, I'll probably go Jota.
£8
So
million on
Jota,
the bench.
Salah, and Diaz, yeah? Cool. Man can't talk to me about it's lacking techie. Because Jota will done anyone's dance. He's done Arsenal's dance for sure. Yeah.
Hold on. Did
Jota
you say?
is- go.
Did you say Jota? Your ideal would be Jota, Darwin, and Salah.
No. Jota, Diaz,
Right. Yeah. And Salah.
Yeah. Cool.
Fully.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Salah, all right, Salah, King Mo. We don't even need to talk about King Mo because you know what he does already. So man can't talk about technical ability, and I'm not even trying to do what Salah does in terms of the. I won't even go into it because we know what he does.
Nah. No.
Jota, yeah, because I know because it gets techie. Jota, Lee, we don't even need to speak about Jota, right? I'm sure we don't because he's because let me no because Jota's done you man already. He's done you man already. And then Diaz, one of the most technical players in the league, but people want to talk about his output might not be the greatest, but we can't talk about being techie. Then you want to talk about Man United's players. So hold on, you want to talk about a man that gets compared to a Beyblade, and next man who can't even stay fit, that his crew come out once a month when it's Marshall FC. Then on the left hand side, you're doing that Marcus Rashford. 1 minute he's amazing, and then next minute this man's trying to save people's food at school. Bro, come on, do me a favor.
Oh, you want to go down that route now? Yeah, let's go down that route then. Yeah,
because I rate Rashford. I rate Rashford.
You know what's the maddest thing? Yeah,
no. No. Cash, let me finish this. Cash,
Right.
let me finish, and then I'm gonna let you jump in with the Rashford thing. Now, I rate Rashford. I actually rate him. Yeah, but Man United fans, yeah, were literally going at him saying, "Oh, does this guy really? Does he really want to be a football player, or does he want to be an idol? Does he want to be an icon for other things outside of football?" That's what you Man United fans were saying. You know, that's the killer, not me, because I rated that. I rated what Rashford done. But anyway, all I'm gonna say is this: before people want to start talking about techie, you really need to look at the players you have at your disposal. You really do. Like I promise you. But anyway, we move.
No one
so let me add on to
one
that.
can talk on my team with technical ability.
All right, that's fine.
I'm good over here, man. I'm good.
I never said I rated my front three to a massive degree anyways. I like Rashford, but I never said he's anything elite. And that's a fact. I've been so vocal, and even now, he's great and he's a good option. The way he plays and everything is good to have in your team. But we're talking elite levels. Marcel needs to stay fit, and he's probably a techie one in there. Anthony is techie, bro. Let's not get it twisted. He brings another dynamic. I'm not saying he's Mo Salah. Of course he's not. Another Mo Salah to come by is going to be very hard to get. But I was talking about the way you want to play techie before you jumped in again. Obviously, I jumped in front of you. Makes sense. Nunes, Salah, Gakpo will never work. It will never work. That's counter-attack. Counter-attack City. There's nothing... No one's going to hold the ball up there. Gakpo's don't hold up the ball very well.
Work, but that's cool.
No. It won't work. Because already...
Okay.
I don't think Diaz really suits your team the way you want to play with your rock and roll inside forwards kind of thing. Diaz is not inside forward. He's just a 1v1 winger, and he's very good at that. And I think he's very techie. Just finishing's a bit questionable, yeah, but I think he's serious. I don't think he's there. I think in the end, I really do think in the end, Salah's going to end up playing up top for you. And I reckon you're going to have Diaz and Gakpo on the wings. Nunes is going to sit on the bench. Nunes is going to sit on the bench. Salah goes up front.
Did you say Salah up top?
Bro, is it this season, when Salah's played up top, did he not look mad? Like, I think it was against City alone where he looked mad. Like, let's not get twisted. He hasn't looked great on the wing this season.
I think
your answer confused me with Bobby Firmino, who's also obviously a joint top goal scorer with 7 goals.
Another one. Your own fan base don't even like Jota. They wonder, like, if he can even play two-touch football at times. Like, let's not get twisted.
Our own fans don't like Jota.
Not many of
Since
them.
when?
There wasn't a big fan
Nah,
of him the way he plays.
Last season, there were a few a bit against him.
There were a
When
few.
when Jota first
few.
land and played left wing, people were saying he has the traits more so to play centre forward, yeah, which is
I like
true.
Jota.
But Klopp kept on playing in left wing. I think that's what there's more annoyed about. When Jota moved to centre forward role, it was cash money. And not only that, it's a shame because you would have saw more of it, but obviously I think Jota got injured again. Remember, Mane kind of had to lead the mantle.
Just after
Now,
the
all-
African nations, he was banging goal for you.
He
through the
was.
middle.
But remember, Jota got injured. That's what kind of remember, Jota hit 20, you know. Jota hit 20 last
Yeah,
season.
I know.
Jota's a gun, man. Let's not talk about
Mane
Jota.
hit
Bruno
When
also
Mane-
hit bare goals, but I don't rate him.
Let's not do the penalty thing, bruv. Let's not do that.
But he got more than 20. He got more
Let's
than
not do
20.
the let's not do the penalty thing. Man's talking
Come on,
open
man.
play,
We
bro.
can play that fight.
You talk about tech. I want to hear open play goals, bro. But all I was gonna say is this: when it comes to Diogo Jota, not many people can talk to Jota in a centre forward in the Prem. Not many
I
people. I'm gonna be honest, bro. You definitely,
like
your
Jota.
team, your Man United team there can't talk to Jota when it comes to as a striker. Because Martial's been in the league for how many years? Has never surpassed Jota's outlet. That's kind of mad still. When you actually deep it, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Martial SC's been in the league for how long? And still ain't even done up. Still ain't done up. Look, 12. Was it 12 or 13 in Prem? Max, maybe.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So you got to put respect on it. You got to put respect on the people. Them.
It's nice to talk about my techie team and then your techie team. I never said I rated my techie team, but your team scored less than ours this season. So what now?
Should we just let my last?
So what now?
End it here, yeah. When we talk about the technical quality, though, Matt, right? The first thing you keep going back to is goals and numbers, and that's where I think you lose where what we're talking about. We're not talking about goals. We're talking about technical quality, being able to link up, being able to trap. Callum, if he was here, listen. We know what Callum's been saying. We know what you've been saying about Jota, where he's not his link up play. He's the simple pass to lay the ball off to one of the wingers. He can't do that all the time. And that's not to say that he's not a great goal scorer. He is. Mm-hmm. That's not to say that Salah isn't a great goal scorer. He is. I'm not talking about Salah because you know my agenda's gone with him now. It's finished. But what I am saying to you is, when we talk about some of your front players, they don't have that high level of technical. I'm talking about football technical. They don't.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
What did Salah do last season to Man City?
Stick them in a five-a-side, see what they do, bro. That's what we're talking about. Football players.
Are you crazy?
Matt, there was no need to do that.
Let me land.
No, I didn't want to do it, Dats. I'm sorry, bro.
Matt,
That's been calm because that respect the thing. I'll let you land and then we're going to move on because we'll take time.
I'm not talking about Salah. I'm not talking about Salah. Forget, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Jota, your Nunez's and your Gakpos. For me, as I said, I just don't see that high level. It's nothing to, because when I talk about the technical aspects of a game of football, all you mention is goals. You never talk about.
No, I haven't. Hold on.
That's what you keep doing with
Can I say something then?
Luis Diaz is the only one, and Firmino.
Yeah,
you can't
listen. Anyway,
Salah ain't got tech. You might must.
No, he does. I think he does.
I didn't say Salah.
That's crazy.
But
I don't want to. We're gonna get drawn into this whole because this is another conversation for another day.
I'm not talking about Salah. Forget Salah. But when I think about technical players in your team in the front line, I think of Firmino. That is a technical monster.
Is Diaz technical?
Yeah, I'm not talking. I keep mentioning.
Is Salah technical?
Yes,
just quickly.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Salah and I'm not talking about Diaz. I'm talking about the others. That's what I keep saying to you. I'm not talking about them man there. I'm
She's about the squad man them. It's a Gakpo.
That's what
you just don't think he's techie. You don't think he's techie.
Nunes got zero technical ability, G. Like he can't play football. I reckon I've got more technical ability than Nunes. Facts, bro. I can actually shift myself in space. Just because I'm not a pro footballer, don't mean I can't shift myself in space, bro. It's that simple. That man can't turn to save his life. No, but it's real though. I'm not joking. There are men out there that's better than others.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, though.
I can't wait for Nunes to shut people up. But anyway, move.
8 million on the bench in the end, yeah.
See what you're saying, though, Matt. Yeah, you
to be fair, you can wait. You are waiting.
And disrespect. It's not a disrespect to say that, yo, my man is. Listen,
don't start. We'll start talking about Grealish, fam.
Mikey B
got more
technical
ability than
past at least.
Mikey B so put it rightly. He said, Lee, just recognize Gakpo is highly effective. The man is highly effective. He is. But that doesn't mean that he isn't. He's the highest technical quality.
Oh, I never said Nunes is though.
That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Oh, that's. But I never. Have you ever heard me sat here and say I think Nunes is the
Kaz is going crazy. Kaz is going too far with what he says. I'm not going that far.
Oh, but I let Kaz say what he wants to say. That's calm.
I'm not going that.
It's not hard to be a bit more technical than a pro footballer. Like I'm better defending than some strikers or something. It's just that rule or whatever it is. Just because you're not a pro footballer, don't mean you're not better at certain things. That's why when they go to a five-a-side and you actually play against them, yeah, they're better players than you, G, because they're pro footballers for a reason. But there's some areas that you're better than a certain manner. It's as simple as that. I'm just saying, Nunes don't know how to turn for shit. Like, honestly, he has to look up, look around 5 seconds before he knows where to turn. No, but it's as simple as that, man. Some people are good and light on their feet, and some people are not. He's heavy on his foot. He's a donkey, bro. Anyways, I've got to do something.
All right, cool. That's all right. Fair enough. That's your opinion. Fair play. Listen, we'll see what happens for the rest of the season. We'll see if Nunes can.
I'm gonna get out my old clips of
Kazi
football when I'm playing my semi-pro
you know
ball, yeah, and you'll see, blood.
That's fine, bro. That's absolutely fine. That's fine. You know what I mean? But now we move. But listen, I want to move on to the next Manchester club, the team that's actually. I wouldn't say that they're doing anything.
Put that in there below us.
No, they're second. But one thing I want to talk about first, yeah, is the alien that just won't stop scoring. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest.
Robot.
The man's got 20 goals, 14. I think it's 14 appearances in the league. Yeah, faster than anybody. Now, people again might throw a little shade and say, "Oh, he's not the most techie," bruv. I'm gonna be honest, a Liverpool fan. The guy is bagging goals at an extraordinary rate. Firstly, do you think he would have this impact that he's having now? And secondly, bro, do you think he'll break the goal scoring record in the Prem?
Who's that?
This season?
Kane?
What?
Oh, Haaland. Sorry, my bad. I thought you said Harry Kane.
We're talking about City, fam.
Oh no, I saw Kane in the comments. Sorry, I had to check. I saw Kane in there. I was thinking, wait, you talk about Kane? Like what?
I don't know what's going on today.
Listen, Kane didn't have the minerals to leave his club, bro. He's such a bottle job. He just stayed put. Right.
Kane's still trying to find that penalty, bro. But we knew.
Real talk. To be honest with you, with Haaland and the impact thing, I didn't think he'd have this much impact. Nowhere near. I probably was one of the people that for a while was a bit like if I'm talking back a year ago when we were linked with him, I was all for it. Then when it started getting a bit closer, I was like, do you know what? This false nine thing's worked for 2 seasons. If we bring a young player that is everyone wants, if we bring him in, is he going to be happy holding the bench? Or is that going to cause issues? And actually because ultimately there was games like Liverpool, for example, where I thought, do you know what? Maybe these type of games, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, even Tottenham, where maybe not so much Tottenham, in fact, but the other ones where we might go, do you know what? The false nine works better. Haaland, you're going to have to sit this one out. And the fact that they are some of the bigger games. So I was a bit weary because I thought ultimately, as you would with any young star, he comes in with an expectation. But then early doors, even on the interview, on the tour of America, his interviewing, I thought, okay, this guy hasn't got because he's confident, but it's not arrogance. Yeah. And I thought, okay, it's not like rude arrogance. I'm better than everyone arrogance. He's been brought up well. So I thought, okay, he does seem to have this respect for Pep. But as far as in the league and the goal scoring, I'd nowhere near, bro. I was more excited to see Alvarez. Deep down, I was thinking, I love the shit.
Yeah.
I love the shithousery of Haaland, but sometimes I'm like, even you've seen before where I'll say, I don't know if City will win the league. This is the first season I'm actually saying we will, because I try and look after my own, expectations. I've done it with Foden constantly, with Haaland the same. And every game I think, yeah, he can't, like yesterday, everyone's going against Leeds, his dad's old club. He's going to bag a couple. I'm like, no, he won't. And then he just does. It's mad, bro. It's watching him, and it's when you go to games, you actually watch his movement in the box is just mad. Like, because he, like you said, he can seem almost uninterested at times, yeah. And that's sometimes like I think he does it to make defenders think, oh, he's not watching the game. The minute he sees the ball going into the box, he needs a split second, and he will get in front of the defender. Like the amount of goals he's scoring with them, like flying kicks, yeah, are mad. It's just he knows how to. It's like he's worked out his exact leg length to the millimeter, and he just knows how to use that stretch. Like, it's just...
Bobby's on another planet in the sense of, basically every run, he just knows exactly where to be. And especially the link up with KDB. Bro, when KDB's got the ball, and KDB don't even look like he's going to be dangerous, I just see Haaland breaking stride and just going, I know where KDB's putting this,
You know what it is?
Mad.
When people say, sometimes people say that players are on the same wavelength, yeah. But if you really, really deep it, right, it's not that. If you are a midfielder and you are a forward, you should know the runs that you should make. If you're a midfielder at the top of your game, you should know the runs a perfect striker should
But it's
make.
also trusting your teammate that he can do
And that's what I'm saying.
needs to be required, bro. That's the killer,
exactly it. It's ultimately, it's not like a tracking system that is putting it on the end. It's just De Bruyne knows if I put it in, this is the perfect area for me to put the ball in for a striker. And Haaland knows this is a perfect area for De Bruyne to put the ball in for a striker. Therefore, I'm going to run into that area. And I'm seeing that. Now, we can move on from this quickly because we probably want to speak on Grealish. And that is my issue with Grealish. That pre-season, we played against someone on tour. Grealish got an assist. Haaland, simple ball, simple tapping. As Grealish came off at halftime, he said, "This is what I think he was saying it to Walker or something. This is what I told Erling. You get in the area, I will find you." And at that point, I said, "Cool. I heard you say that, Grealish. So I want to see 20 GA this season, right? Because you said it, right?" Now, De Bruyne is doing exactly that. And although I've backed Grealish non-stop this season, the one thing is he's not been doing that. First half yesterday, he was bad. He was really wasteful. But then the second half, he did it twice perfectly. And it's like, thank you. Just keep doing this. We're not the City of last season or the season before. We are actually the City where do the simple things, find Haaland, he'll eat. Yeah. This isn't like De Bruyne and Belgium. This is De Bruyne and Haaland. You find him, he'll eat. So Grealish just needs to get on that page. Stop trying to do too much. Get the ball to Haaland like he did yesterday, and everything's good. But the first half, I'll be honest, Grealish yesterday was bad. He was really bad.
Kaz, can we get to the meat and bones of this? I just want to ask you: do you think that Grealish has been a flop?
Me?
You mean Daps? Oh, you're gonna ask Daps, or you're gonna ask?
No,
Sorry.
I'll take that.
You know what, I was looking at
I swear he meant that. I could have sworn. Did you mean Daps though?
We come as a pair, man. It's minor, man. It's minor. If you didn't know, Daps is my actual. Daps is my older brother. But what's it called? Yeah. For me, if I don't. For 100 million so far, yes. But at the moment, where he's showing City that it's like, bro, it's like. He's not your goal scoring winger, bro. He's a different type of winger, just like Anthony is. It's a different type of winger. Is he worth 100 million? No, he is not. At that point, obviously, English tax, he was worth probably about 60, 70 million at that point from Villa. Yeah, like let's face it, he had a 6th season. They overpaid. It is what it is. We all overpay. Yeah. He came in. He was disappointed in the first half yesterday. Then come with 2 assists. That's the difference with Grealish. Now, if he comes into that light and starts playing like that Grealish and that Haaland, it's a long day for the league, bro. Like, because you got one movement one way and then a movement another way. But it's just like
it'll be the eye test, though. It'll be the eye test. So it has to be a balance.
The thing is, though, GA doesn't mean everything. When you got a meat shield,
I agree, bro.
When you got a meat shield about this on court, a meat shield, is about to on course to scoring 40 plus goals in a season. You don't need your wings also contributing with bare goals now because they're already he's getting all of them for him. But it's not me trying to defend City. It's just the way of things. GA, everyone looks at GA and thinks he's had a bad game. Like, he didn't score that game against Everton, but he actually had a sick game, but no one knows that.
Do you know what?
Do you know what I mean?
We were speaking earlier, though, about like the way sometimes, and Kop-Ish community, you are not that community, but sometimes in YouTube, how the comments can be, a bit too shithousery, yeah? And therefore, it has to be, everything's black and white. Like, you're either completely backing Grealish or you're against him. Let me be clear. Grealish was not like, for me, I always said he might be one of the first real commercial signings we made. And I was like, it's good. I'm not mad at it, but it's not like I'm excited. I'm overly gassed about it because I'd look at our midfield at the time thinking, well, I personally don't rate him higher than a lot of our midfielders, right? And I've been defending him this season because I've seen things he's been doing. His ball retention's great. He's clearly doing stuff Pep would want. Otherwise, he'd be dropped like Sane used to be, yeah? Pep will drop players. There's not this narrative he won't. Everyone knows Pep pulls players if they don't do what he wants. Everyone runs that narrative, except for Grealish. They're not willing to run that narrative. Apparently, Pep just keeps playing Grealish because he likes him or something. He's doing it because Pep knows he's doing what he wants. He makes space. He is a magnet that pulls people to him. He can then pop the ball off to the people like De Bruyne, the people like Gundogan, the people like Bernardo Silva, the people like Mahrez, the people like Cancelo, that then can put it on Haaland's foot. That is
You
how
know what it
it's
is though, Daps?
happening.
I don't think Grealish for me. There's one thing. System. He's not a system player for me. Grealish. It's like you have to change something because yesterday I saw Grealish in the second half play with freedom. You see him pop
Yeah,
up in the
agreed,
middle,
agreed.
and when you try to make him into, it don't work. It takes away Grealish's whole game a little bit. Now you
But
can't
then if
make him
it's
into a
not
system
system
player.
play, we need to leave City, bro. That's the
Yeah,
truth of it.
that is it. But
Yeah,
yesterday
that's a
you see,
conversation.
but yesterday then you see the 1-0 going in the second half, bro. Leeds are out of the game. It's just you put him as a freedom player. You have your other. I think I see De Bruyne out wide more. Someone on the left, hold out on the left. I can't remember who it was. Came on. I think Foden wants to come on or
Foden came on
somebody.
for,
And then Grealish had
Southampton.
his free roll near the middle to do whatever he wanted, and then he just nicked the ball. Yeah, and I didn't realize he was that fast. I'll be honest. I was like, wait,
but bro, he
was
looked
off.
yesterday. Yesterday, I'll be honest. When he was through on goal, right? For me, it was very comparable to Darwin Núñez at the moment, and it was also very comparable to Raheem Sterling a lot of the times at City. You know, when a player's through on goal and you're thinking, I don't think your confidence is that high at the moment. If I'm in your head, I'm seeing you going, should I shoot? Or I'm hoping there's someone on the left I can put the ball to, because deep down, I'm not confident I'm going to score this, so I want to pass it. And I was thinking, this is going to go wrong, and then the Grealish slander is going to be even worse. And, you know, he had Haaland there, so it worked. But that would have then helped him. But listen, I'm not here to say Grealish is worth every penny we paid for him. But at the same time, he's not stinking like Pepe did at Arsenal. Let's be 100. And that's not a shot, but there's levels to stinky, and it's not a dirty turd. It's just maybe urine after 5 seconds, maybe, or something like that.
But you will admit though, like, and I think what
I just did basically, bro.
No, we all have to kind of say, though, like, the numbers aren't masking like his impact and his actual effectiveness on the team and the squad. Yeah, because he hasn't done anywhere near enough to, at least with Pepe. Look, he wasn't great, but he did help.
No, at least with Pepe, bro. There's no at least. Sorry. There's no at least.
But what I'm saying, listen, just let me all I'm saying is at least in that one season when we did win the FA Cup, he was instrumental. Jack Grealish last season wasn't instrumental in anything. He wasn't.
I mean, you could say without him against West Ham, we wouldn't.
That is fact.
No. If we really want to be techie about an FA Cup season, then no problem. Second to last game against West Ham. If it wasn't for Grealish, we wouldn't have. I think we drew that game, or did we win it in the end? Can't remember.
West Ham, yeah, I remember. Right. Yeah.
So that one game, if we're doing FA Cups and that, like, I'm just going to claim, that game was great. Therefore, he's worth it. I mean, but I admitted, I'm not here to say Grealish has been sensational, but he hasn't been as bad. Like, he's not. This is the thing. When people say about what he's worth, I think that's probably about right. Grealish is a 50, 55, 60 million because he's English player. The club
I agree with that.
It is what it is. Like, I
think that's where the annoyance comes from as rival fans, is that
this one's mad, you know.
Yeah, that's mad. That is crazy.
That is crazy, bro.
He fucked himself up there. He's
got
to hold that.
He
has to, bro.
No, the thing is though, that you can buy a player for 100 million and in truth write him off after 2.
Yeah.
The annoying thing is that, and this is where like we just find like when we get to the sports washing and people say this and that. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying what people say is because you can do this, and it's almost like your level of money and impact is so great and so superior to most. You don't have to worry about Grealish flopping or not. You don't have to. I think, and again, just going back to my point, because I know what you're going to say, and I'm not coming at you. No doubts, I'm not coming at you. It isn't me.
It's fine. We're talking football, bro. It's
it isn't you.
What I am saying though is like, you can. That was a major pause, by the way. I just clocked what I just said.
Yeah, brother, I had to pause there, bro. I had to say it for you, bro.
I got the t-shirt. I just clocked the t-shirt.
Bro, he did clock the thing. That's so long.
No, that's what I said. I just clocked it.
Come on.
What I will say though is like it's just annoying, isn't it? Because at the end of
the day, I hear you. It's annoying, but
you can write off 100 million after season.
But Lee, we get it. We got it. You've made your point about the money thing. No, but right now, Lee, we're in a panel right now, with two people that are begging for this money right now, which all of a sudden is going to get techie, right? Now, what's happened here? What's happened here ultimately, Lee, is that because like the Grealish thing, if we deep it, if we're being 100, rival fans shouldn't give a shit. The reason they give a shit, is because of what Man City are doing and the fact that the old top four has been split up yet. And so what's happened is you tried to come at Grealish, then I've said, bro, I get it. I'm not here to defend him. So it's like, fuck it. Let's just go back to the money. If I agree and say you're right, you'll bring up fans or something in a minute, bro.
No. Again, no. What I was trying to say is more like along the lines of not only can you spend the money, not only can you replace it, but there's like literally nothing, and it's because it's Man City. It's because we look at Man City and we say, how do we get the money? How can you do this? How can you keep replacing these players? That's my point. So when you think about Arsenal, we're scared to spend 80 million. This is what Kaz is going to say on Mudryk, because we've had that PSD from Pepe.
Yeah.
Liverpool don't spend that kind of money. Man United, okay, fine, they're a different entity. But where I'm coming at is that there are some teams that we just. It's just different. It's just different.
Lee, hold on. No, Cass, please let me say. You say you're saying like everyone else doesn't spend this money, right? Like apart from Grealish and what we spent on Grealish, yeah, that's our record signing, right? You're talking no one else spends that money, but we're going into January where I think we're probably pretty confident that a whole heap of fucking clubs are looking to spend that money, and a whole heap of clubs are looking to get, like Liverpool being 100, some of the players they're getting, right, are going to be players like that sit on a bench. And yesterday, Fuad was kind of saying about Liverpool, you know, do they want to buy these players and then end up sitting on the bench when everyone is back fully fit? Or would any other club do that? And the fact is now that, yes, every club is having to do that because players don't stay fit all season. You have to have good enough. So everyone has these players on the bench, bro. It's not just City. You can run with the narrative, but it isn't just City doing that anymore, bro.
You think I'm coming at you? I'm not coming. But where I'm coming at is, as someone said, though, like someone said, you spend money, and your club can basically act without consequence with things, because you can buy four fullbacks in one summer and then replace them.
When was that, bro? Remind me when that was. Are we gonna hang off that forever?
No, can I interject? Can I interject something? Because I do research.
The last summer we bought a bag of players.
Let me interject with this. I don't want to do this whole bandwagon jump on City's thing, but generally when City sell a player, when City sell a player, but the thing is though, you say about they can fly on them, like they can buy whoever they want, but when City do end up selling players, they make profit, or if not the same amount they've got them for, use them, one things with them, and then eject them for the same amount. Right, they might lose 30 million. They might lose 30 million on Grealish or 40 million if they do decide in the summer, you know what, time's up, back to Villa. Villa also getting they got new owners now and everything. I'm guaranteed they would put a 70 million bid if they wanted their star boy back, if that was ever the case. Not the point. City's mold and model have been not effective from their owners' money. Of course, at the start you need to invest money to make money, but that's why they're number one right now on the European ladder of the best run club in football at the moment. Yeah, they won it, and I hate to say it because my team's not there, and it hurts me to say it, but it's ways the same with Liverpool. They haven't had no money from their own owners. Bear in mind, no money invested from their own owners into their team. But look at their model. When they get rid of a player, they get money in. Same with Jose Mourinho and Chelsea. Look how much money they get back from players all the time. Look at my club now, bro. Maguire's worth about 10 million. We've spent 80 million. Pablo, I see you in there. You think I didn't see the Anthony and Grealish comment when you spent how much on Nunes, bro? Allow it, bro. Anyways.
Cass, just last thing on that.
It's just the point.
You're right. And I'm not here to deny that in the last 10 years, right, for the first 6 or 7, bro, we've been playing catch up, right? We've had to, because we are a smaller club than all your clubs, yeah? Again, I will not deny that. We've had to spend money to break the mold, yeah? And I'm cool with that. And trust me, I've had to have these conversations. But I just want to know, are these conversations going to carry on forever, right? Where it's now to a point where our business, our club is being run where generally we're having to get 1 or 2 players in every summer to keep it spinning and keep it working, right? Liverpool this January might have to spend a bit because they haven't been doing that. So now Liverpool are going to have to, and I'm cool with that, right? But we can't keep going back to 5 seasons ago and talking about buying fullbacks, bro. That was 5 seasons ago. Come on.
All right, wait. Can I just say on that, GR, stop this stat shit, bro. I've seen Anthony play in those 6 games. I guarantee he's had more games, great games, than he's had bad games. He's had one average game, bad game against Nottingham Forest, bro. 7 games. Sorry. He's had his gains. He's played well. He's changed the dynamic.
To be fair, you can't even compare them though. You
You know
can't
what it is
compare
as
them.
well.
One's a striker, runs a wing. You can't compare the
They cost the
output.
same money. They cost the same money as a package, yeah, right? They cost the same money. And let's be honest, there's a reason why everyone's pointing the finger at Nunes. And let's be honest again.
No,
Look at his
Nunes costs
performances. Look at his
less.
performances. Look at his performances. That's why I said package.
Not even package.
No, package. He is 80 odd million. You paid 64, and then you've got total bonuses.
How much Anthony flat? So
it's
flat.
like 80. It's 8. I think Anthony's on flat is 80 million plus 4 million in bonuses and stuff like that.
So
you man have got 20 million in bonuses and
paid
add-ons are guaranteed.
So how can it be a same
Guaranteed.
package if we pay 64? You pay
No,
80.
because
That ain't the same
like
package.
your Gakpo package is 50 million, bro. That's the
So
package.
this just backs
Anyway,
what I'm saying about having
44,
played
Anyway,
44.
No,
50 million euros, 44 million pounds. 37 up
whatever it is,
front,
but
right
that's
to
what
44.
I'm saying. The package. This euro. I hate when it changes from euros to pounds. It gets.
I
in
hear
my
you,
head.
but I'm
it
just-
pisses me off. But it's not the point. It's not the point. It's not the point.
Okay, I get
What I'm trying to get out with GR, you can check
Mhm.
stats, but I've seen Bruno's stats as well. At the same time, I've seen Bruno's performances live and everything, and I'm not impressed. So what now? Same way you're not impressed with your number 9 that has to play left wing as a number 7 now. Anyways, not the point. Back to the thing.
1920, we move.
You lot are breaking even more than even now, City. I think Liverpool will do so when they get new owners, when they get more investment, and they have been because your model has been making money, spending your own money. And same with you lot, Arsenal, bro. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the upgrades in the Emirates alone.
Yeah.
Look at the Emirates. Like everything's upscaled a little bit, and I think Arsenal now making money. That's why you're spending quite a bit of money now.
Yeah.
Something's gone on in the backroom 3-4 years
bro,
ago.
the
And something's
stadium
happened
got
within
paid off
Arsenal
in that.
saying-
We all know it's a stadium.
They're not
thing.
in
They had
debt.
to deal with
Yeah,
that.
they're not in debt. Your stadium's good. The atmosphere is good. You got ultras. I like this. Let's call them ultras. Ultras thing that's going around with the young lot, with everybody, not just Arsenal. There's ones at Man United now. I think there's a couple City lot in your corner, right?
I've never heard him called ultras, but if you
not
mean
ultras,
people
but
with
super
flags,
fans or
then-
something. But then the atmosphere, like I like that, the European kind of feel. I like that. I don't think nothing wrong with that. But you're gonna hear.
Yeah, I just don't
know
like him being called ultras, bro. It's weird.
But the whole point is that most clubs, bar my club at the moment, are breaking more than even and being successful in the off the football kind of stuff, innit? You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to get at, City spend the money, but that's why they didn't flaunt on just any money on a left back this summer.
Look,
Get it?
that
Kinda
comment
get
you
it?
just put up again. That comment you just put up is not wrong. Right? It isn't wrong. There's a reason why Man United was so dominant for so long. They were the team winning the league and getting Champions League football and getting the sponsorship. Yeah, I get it, right? But back then, it never used to get spoke about. It only gets spoke about because the fact that a team has broke the mold of the top 4 and it's put people's noses out. And I get that, yeah. And it will be great if it ends up that there's 6 teams that all spend the same money and all compete, right? I'm cool with that. Like, I'd love it to get back to a point where we talk about football, and when football arguments fail, someone just brings up money, because that's kind of like, to me,
It's
I'm
dumb.
bored
Sports
with
washing.
that.
There's no rich billionaire that hasn't done some sort of thing, man. Just because they're from the Arab world, stop doing
Oh
this.
God, not that. as
Stop
well.
doing this whole stereotyping
we're not
thing with
gonna-
oil.
yeah,
I
that's a
hate that, bro,
stereotype thing.
because
I
you know what
can't
that comes
stand
down to stereotyping. I'll point it out for what it is. It's blatant racism as well at the same time.
Anyway,
bro.
listen, we got football over the next 3 days, and that's what we're
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what we're about.
100%.
innit?
Exactly. And
Huh?
yes, GR. Anthony's got 3 league goals. If he cut in 7 games or 6 games in whatever, 5, whatever in the Prem. So I think he can get 10 league goals this season, 100%. So if it's not, it is a howler. If not, it is a howler.
Yeah, he'll do his thing. But now, listen,
Anyways.
before we leave you guys, or before we leave people, shall I say, is anything? In fact, you know what? Just finish off quickly with the Man City thing. One thing I do want to say, Daps, as things stand right now, can you hear the echo actually? Can you hear echo?
I thought you were going to say no. I said Rico Lewis. I thought you were going to say Rico Lewis.
No, I can hear the echo for a second.
He's a
I don't know.
ball,
Oh, can you not hear echo when I'm talking?
Yeah, I can hear someone's echo.
Yeah, someone's like, yeah.
Well,
What I
I
was
just
gonna
blame
say,
me, bro. Just blame him.
Sorted.
1, 2,
Yeah.
1. Yeah, it's gone.
Ah,
No,
sorry,
it's
Lee.
still there. Is that
Yeah,
you?
like,
Lee?
it's definitely-
You there? I don't know who it is, bro. It don't really matter. Innit? We're about to. What I was gonna say is though, that just quickly, do you think, like, bottom line, can you take the title? Not take the title away. That's the wrong thing I was gonna say. Do you think you'll win the title this season, or do you think? Are you worried about Arsenal? Do you think you can win it? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think we
Well,
can win it still, but nothing's changed from what I said before.
Are you gonna win it?
Because my whole thing was never based on 15 games. My whole thing is
Got you.
based on when it really gets down to us playing, them playing if they're in the Europa League. Look, it's a 38-game season. If we go back to the first time we won it, United were top by 8 points with, I think, 6 games, right?
Yeah.
we can't, like, with this City team and the fact that we do know how to do this and the fact that Arsenal are a young squad that at this point haven't done it, I still think we'll do it. Do I think they're doing very well? Do I think that every game they win and any points we drop, I might be proven wrong? Of course, I'm not thick, but I don't think they're going to keep this up for 38 games. So, and I think we can keep this up for 38 games. That's the difference.
I hear that as well, bro. Hit 44 says, "Man, you finally gonna reveal Sancho with a 6-pack as a new signing." Right.
To be fair, if you watched, not came pause, if you was watching in the summer, he came out ripped and everything, man. Like, it's not a thing. It's
Yeah, conditioning and fitness ain't even the problem with Sancho at all, in my opinion. M's A says, "Big up Matt in the panel. I think Gakpo would be like Jota signing where it just makes sense, but didn't think at the time. Come on now, we moved. No, fair. I think it could be. It's not one of them signings where I think when we signed Jota, maybe the overall consensus, even from myself and other fans, were like, yeah, they got Jota, but Jota is just good in it. Like, I don't think many people maybe envision Jota being as good as he is now. So it remains to be seen about Gakpo. He hasn't kicked the ball yet, but I think personally the potential is high of him, and obviously we'll see what happens, innit? You know what I mean? In football, that's what you do. You're talking on the pitch, innit? It's not even about us. It's about whether the guys perform, pause, and then we see what happens, innit? You know what I'm saying? Lucky says 278 likes. Right, is that it? What you lot? What's going on with the likes? Come on, man. These lot, man. Come on, man. You gotta give us more respect than that. Please, people. Come on. Show some love, show some respect. Even if you don't agree with some of the panelists, always show respect. I always say that, please, people.
100%.
Oh yeah, let me before we end, I just want a little shameless plug right there, innit? Yeah, let me just double check that one. We are never found 12 off of 6K.
Oh, you swear?
Yeah.
Hey, big up.
Nearly there. Aye, that prediction came true. That's
big up, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
Just
go
about the
subscribe
World
to
Cup
the
nearly
guys, man.
fucked it, but yeah.
Yeah, he 100% did. We would be on it. We was actually getting about 600 odd subs per month, nearly going on 800. Like, it was.
And then the World Cup happened, and it dropped to like 100.
100 better than nothing.
Nah, listen. Big up, man. Big up you guys, man. You're doing great stuff over there as well. Still, I can't even lie, man. Big up
Following
to you,
in
man.
your mold, man.
Listen, man, we're just trying, just like how you guys, everyone's trying at it. You get me? Tron Bay says we need midfielders, not Gakpo, bro. Right, he's not happy. But let me just ask you this though, bro. We do need midfielders, but don't you think we really needed a forward anyway because we got no Jota, no Diaz long term? Just asking a question. Because even I questioned it yesterday.
70 million for Caicedo, you know, that's a bit excessive though. I can't lie. I mean, Amrabat's right there.
Let's see what happens though. Do you know what it is? I'll be honest. Even though the fee would be quite extortionate for a player that hasn't played a lot of like high profile games.
70 million players that you got before in January have all worked out. Van Dijk, Alisson.
They have, but I'd arguably say with Virgil had more big ends underneath his belt. These Arsenal fans, this is what I don't understand. But man's just saying, bro, are you gonna win the league? No, hold on. Are you gonna win the league?
Can I just say my last?
Why are you starting? What you gonna win the league?
All I want
are you gonna win the league? Yes or no?
All I want is no excuses.
Lee, are you gonna win the league? Yes or no?
Okay, I'm gonna answer you.
Can you answer me? Go on then. Go on.
Are you gonna answer my question though?
Lee, I asked you the question.
No, we're not. Okay,
Lee.
I just said no.
Nah, he's trying to. He's doing that. He's doing that.
All right, cool. You're not about it. You're not about it. It's calm. It's cool.
All I'm saying is all I want.
You're not about it. You're not about it.
No excuses from Liverpool. You guys kept saying that. Oh, all your players were not playing well. Oh, you weren't performing because the World Cup now. So now the World Cup's done. I want to see Van Dijk back to doing no hologram stuff. I want to see Salah banging because I'm on his train. I'm not on the no genders hype with him no more. I want to see Gakpo come in and do a little something. I want to see Nunes start scoring some goals. I want to see Ox. I want to see everything. This is what we were hearing.
You're concerned about Liverpool.
We were hearing all of this before
they ain't got the minerals,
World Cup started. So listen, man.
I want to see.
All I'm gonna say is this: Arsenal fans have just proved to me
some
once again that you ain't got the minerals. I'll tell you what.
I want to see Mudryk.
Your team is listen. I'm a Liverpool fan. Your team's doing amazingly well, and I gave you the platform to talk about your team, and you chose to speak about Liverpool.
No,
bro, you're not about it. You're not about the life. You're not about it, bro.
I spoke about Arsenal for 80 minutes, and my last point was...
No, but my last question to you was, are you going to win the league? You start talking about Liverpool.
I just want Liverpool to... I answered it. I said no, and then I'm saying that my last point was I just want Liverpool...
Arsenal!
I want Liverpool in the top four, because for me...
I respect that. But are Arsenal going to win the league?
I don't want to hear no excuses. I want Van
Arsenal
Dijk,
gonna win the
I want
league.
Allison, I want
The
Konate.
deflections, mad.
Konate is my favorite centre back in
Hey,
the
Lee,
whole
what you
under
say?
21. My favorite centre back in the world. Bro, I
Batting
love
away.
this guy. I want Trent to do his thing. I want everybody to be banging.
Nice
for
deflection, Lee.
Liverpool.
Let me know when you finished. You finished now,
Listen,
yeah?
man.
All right, cool. Let me ask you the real question. Arsenal gonna win the league, bro?
I said to you, I said to you, no, I don't think we're gonna win it. I don't think.
You
I
don't,
don't think.
you don't
no.
think you're gonna win it?
Currently, no, we haven't bought anyone, so I'm not gonna say that now.
But you said you've been the best team. You don't think you can win it even though you've been the best team?
Yeah, for 15 games, we've been the best team. Everyone keeps saying to me, it's 15 games. Why am I not?
Yeah, but
why
you kept
now?
on saying no, but you kept on saying that. Oh, like I don't like it when people keep judging us off like games, like, or a certain amount of games when you know you can see the improvement. That's what I'm trying to say.
I said,
Who've Arsenal got next? Oh, you got Brighton away, innit?
Brighton,
You got Brighton.
Brighton away. Is that it?
Brighton,
that's a
Newcastle,
tough- that's
Man
a tough
United,
test.
Spurs, Everton.
What?
So
Everton,
seriously, bro, top of the league, 5 points.
Whoa.
You don't think you're gonna win it? You don't think you're gonna win it?
No, but I just
All
said,
jokes
if
aside,
you're
no,
asking-
no capping.
Who's
no.
Liverpool got? Leicester?
Listen, man.
yeah,
I'm
we got
gonna
Leicester,
say
yeah,
this.
yeah.
If you're asking me right now, 15 games in with
Yeah,
no
no banter, just general football talk, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, if we buy nobody, I'm not gonna foresee and say that we're buying.
Of
players.
course, I'm just saying, yeah.
So right now, no, I don't know what more you want me to say to you. No,
I should definitely win the league.
Sorry, do
It's
you think
too
you're going to buy
early.
players though, Lee?
yes, but we haven't got them.
Right,
in
so
the
when you
door,
buy
so
players, you're going to win the league.
yeah, depending on who we get. Yeah, if we get the two players, if we get the two players that we've been speaking about and we've all been waxing lyrical about, which is Felix and Mudryk, if we get them, then I'll say, yeah.
Are you gonna win a trophy? Are you gonna win a trophy? Hold on, guys. Are you gonna win a trophy?
I think we might do. Yeah.
No. Do you think you'll win a trophy?
Listen, I said Europa League. I said Europa League.
Okay. I think you can win that.
I always said
bro.
third. I always said everyone is there. I said third Europa League. That is what I said. So
because I'll be honest, the start that you've had to not win anything and to end up finishing second or third.
Sounds like Liverpool, innit?
Really?
I'm just saying. Like,
listen, man, I'm not getting drawn into nothing, man.
Well,
I'm not getting drawn into that. I'll leave them man there. I'll let them man try and find their signings and try and sign players.
But can I get a prediction? Can I get a prediction? Like,
I'll leave them man there. I'll leave them
for the
man
weekend.
there.
What you think the predictions are going to be like for your clubs?
Man said
Okay,
about
is that
Liverpool,
okay?
you know.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
Good vibes into 2020.
Hold on, just quickly, guys. Just quickly. We will finish in the top 4 ahead of Arsenal.
He's better off saving that $2, my guy.
So yeah, man. Big up yourself, brother. Don't listen to these Man United fans. They're just
man,
a bit upset about Cody, innit? They're a bit upset about Cody.
Have you heard the new song for? Have you heard the new song
They've
for
got no
Cody
ducks
Gakpo?
to smoke.
I haven't. No,
It's
I
all been
haven't.
taken.
Matt, this is what I mean. That was an unprovoked Liverpool fan sending a super chat saying that they're going to finish above us because they believe that they are a better team than us. So I'm just saying to you, all I want now is for you to actually say to me and just back your team and say, look, there's no excuses. Why is it that I'm deflecting? I'm actually talking. I'm saying there was so many things. We had Liverpool 12th man, truth owner every week. Liverpool are so good. So now when I'm saying to you, there's no excuses. None of your players are worrying about the World Cup and being fit and not wanting to play. There's nothing that you. So now I'm just saying to you, that is what the case should be, right? And you're saying to me, I'm deflecting. What's wrong with me saying
Lee,
that?
I asked you a straightforward question.
No.
Are Arsenal going to win the league? You therefore you deferred. First of all, you deferred and start talking about Liverpool, bro. We're talking about Liverpool. We're talking about Arsenal.
No. I said no.
Now,
this is reasons why.
But this is why myself, I get annoyed because you're trying to go on with a big man talk, but you're telling me you can't win the league.
Why? So wait. So you're saying that because I'm a football fan and Arsenal, I've said that Arsenal not going to win. I can't talk about no other team.
Lee, let's be frank. Let's keep it about.
my God.
You've been dishing it out, and rightly so, because you're ahead of Liverpool. But bro, you can't come with a big man talking if you don't think you're going to win the league.
No,
you got to win something.
No. It's for everybody. I say the same thing for Man United. I say
You
the
got to
same
win
thing
something,
for my team.
brother.
All right, cool. What I'm saying to you is, I said that Arsenal at this current moment in time are not going to win the league because it's 15
fair
games.
play.
And I'm saying to you, I don't want equally, I don't want no excuses for Liverpool because you.
Have you heard me say
all
any
Liverpool
excuses?
fans-
Have you heard me say? No, be honest. Have you heard
I'm
me
just
say any
saying.
excuses?
Okay. So that super jack that was $2 or not £1.99 or
No, but that's what
$1.99.
he believes, though. But he might be right, he might be wrong. That's what he believes.
I want to see them man back your chat because there's no excuses now. My man said outright, you're going to finish above Arsenal. Cool.
That's how he feels, and we might.
Let's see.
15
'Cause
games. You just told
you already
me.
came to Arsenal. You already came to the Emirates, and we showed
here
you
we
something.
go.
And then you had to sit there and you tried to call me, and you were laughing. And so
Okay, Lee. Okay, Lee.
Whoa,
You know what's so
Lee,
funny
wait,
You know
Matt.
what's so funny about football
Lee has
roundabouts,
eight
yeah?
goals.
Hey,
Red
man.
goals.
Football's about roundabouts, pause. Because
Cool.
firstly, we lost to
Cool.
you. You lost to Man United. We beat City. Then City beat Man United. All right, well, okay, then we move.
Wait, one sec.
So
one
no
sec.
one can't
Lee,
say nothing.
let me wait,
Let me
Lee.
put that
Lee,
there. No one can't say nothing.
Lee, your answer, you phoned him, but when we beat you, you didn't answer my phone call, bro.
Who?
Lee,
Bro,
when we beat Man United, when Man United beat Arsenal,
I don't know what. Bro,
he didn't answer the phone. I asked where he was.
He
Didn't want to say nothing, but you rang him, and did he answer? He rang
about
you.
to come in, yeah, because she wants to use the living room to kind of watch her little stupid shows on Netflix. So listen,
you're gonna
man,
be
when it's
watching them
date
with her. What
night,
you on about?
man, like you get me. It's date night, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Date night's in 2 parts as well. I'm not gonna say the second part because we got the beautiful young lady in the background, and then she's too young to hear, man. But yeah, we move.
Cash, he's angry at you that you said that the hamster's yours.
It is mine.
No, it's not.
Sophia's mine.
Really not.
I go get the hamster out of the cage and see if it don't bite.
Cass, it's not yours. Just like how Gakpo ain't yours. We move.
We don't want
Alright
Gakpo.
then.
We don't. I didn't want
Alright
Gakpo.
then. GR says Darwin is going to flop his way to 20 goals this season. Laugh out loud.
You know what
While
I love about
Anthony
this
out here
comment,
getting
yeah?
busy.
You're moving the goalpost, GR, once again, yeah. I hope you subscribe to Never a Foul because I like the way you talk. You talk shit, so I like that.
Big up
kind of
Liverpool
stuff.
12 man
But
as well, man.
GR, big up yourself for the super chat,
Come on,
obviously.
man.
But it's funny how Darwin Nunes at the start compared to Haaland, but now you want to start comparing to Anthony. when
Bro,
he's
I'm
not
gonna
even
be
a striker.
honest. I was the first person to not compare to Haaland, and listen, and Daps knows this. That from Daps on my line, even from Community Shield game when people were trying to throw shade at Haaland when he missed that chance.
No, yeah, you told him to calm down. Still,
I said,
Yeah.
calm down. This guy's
Yeah.
is on another planet.
Yeah,
But
take him
Bayesian
and
Bar
build
says,
it.
may not have money student signings. Furthermore, a lone player coming in. Pineline settings and no trophies again this season.
You know what's the maddest thing? Even if we did have money, yeah, just to wrap
Mhm.
up on that part, even if we did have money to spend in January, I don't
Yeah.
know exactly who we'd get that was actually a proper number 9.
That's what I was
Like,
gonna say.
so
It's gonna be
it's-
tough for you.
It's a
yeah.
tight market. I wouldn't mind.
I heard
a
you
loan.
saying you want Morata earlier, bro.
Yeah,
I'll be
no,
100.
I said that if out there for until the summer, because January's hard to get a good striker in.
Trying to
I
air that
wouldn't.
dirty laundry.
I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't mind a 6-month loan, literally, because
Yeah.
it's a cheap loan. It's not going to do much. He's just on the bench, and he's a different type of player. He's really good in the air, something that Man United lack. We cross the ball, but not all the time. Someone's in the air to get it. I wouldn't mind Morata on the bench. I just said that. I wouldn't mind it. Like honestly, because it's until the summer before we can address it again. I don't want a stopgap. All Man United have ever done with their transfers all over the years have been lots of stopgaps, Choupo-Motengs and the rest of it, etc., etc. Them type of players, Garlo, Cavani. Like, I don't want that. If it's just a short loan, I don't mind it. Man.
I hear that. No, I hear that. Honestly, I do.
I'm not saying he's going to be great and he's going to score me 10 goals because
But he'll be more effective though.
Yeah, be effective in moments when you need a different option, and that's it.
Agreed. No, I actually agree. Sean Bay says, I'm always confident in my team, but this gunner don't even back his team to the title. Then why are you supporting your team? The City fan is a real fan. Right. Leeds, you know what? You don't have to always reply to everything. You know what I'm saying? People just want to have their say. And again, people just want to say, you see stuff like that, that's cool. That's not disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's always football banter. That's fine. That's cool. But I just want to say, before we go, people, please show love and respect to these men because they're taking time out of their evening to come and talk to us, innit? It's all of us here, innit? We're one community. And just go and support them on their channels as well. Never a Foul. They're doing big things. Obviously, Gunnar Lee's got his own channel and you see him on AFTV as well. Listen, it's love to all of you lot as always. I appreciate it, man. Come on, man. You know how we chop it up. And one thing I love about our community is that, yeah, we get into it at times, but once it's done, that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like we're having debates about football. And again, I just want to say as well, for the people that were being a little bit disrespectful, you're lucky I didn't press the button quick enough because I saw a couple of comments that I didn't like. But I just want to say I don't want to see that again in it. I'm just going to keep it a buck because these man here, I respect every single one of them, and you man should be respecting them as well. Love to each and every one of them. Trust me.
So what's your
But
predictions, by the way?
For the weekend. Quick. All right, cool. Leicester. I don't even know the scoreline, but I think we'll beat them. I'm gonna say Leicester's 3-1.
Is that Anfield?
Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah, easy.
3-1.
I just want to know what they think for their teams.
Yeah, City win.
You-
Everton
you
at
got-
home. Everton New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's 3 points. I don't even know the
Yeah,
score. That's
yeah,
3
yeah,
points. What about you? Lee? Who you got?
Sorry,
Floating away.
Connection's moving a bit. Brazy still.
No, your
That's a
connection's
wrap up,
fit
boys.
right
That's a
here, you
wrap
know.
up
Oh, your
still.
perfect connection, you know.
I
You
can
got
see it.
perfect connection.
I can see
Yeah,
the
we got-
sweat. I can see the shine.
Lee, who you got this weekend? Just quickly, who you got this weekend? You know.
Listen, man. Listen. It's New Year's Eve, man. It's New Year's Eve. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Lee, you're too much, you know. I'm
Oh,
gonna leave you.
damn.
You go
I
about
ain't
your
gonna
business.
lie,
Go and
bro.
enjoy your date night, bro. Listen, people, it's been a blessing. Listen, love as always. Listen, make sure you smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to the guys as well. Their descriptions are all in the channel as well. And again, I just want to say on a more of a sad note, RIP to the one and only Pele as well, man. Absolute legend of the game. Trust me, transcended football, and he's one of the footballing goats, man. It's a sad day for football. Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, people, I hope you guys have all had a nice Christmas. Obviously, we'll be back next. Hold on, is it next year? We'll be back in it because it'll be
Next year, man.
Yeah, next year. So listen, people. Obviously, I'll see you guys in the next videos and that. But just in case
George
I don't
better
see
turn
you,
up, man.
no. He said he's back next week. So I think we'll have a full
Of
panel
course he
next
was.
week, full
He
panel.
had a blip against Brentford. Decides to dip. I can't wait to rip into Tottenham, man.
Oh man, but now
Big up
people.
Beijing, by the way, man. I love Beijing.
No,
Yeah,
come on, man. Come on.
big
That's
up
our
Beijing.
community, man. Come on now. Big up everybody in the chat. Love as always. We'll see you again next week, people. We out. Love.